We suck. Man, we were just talking about deals, and I think I might do that, Mark. Change my name. It's crazy, man. Just right before the show started, I talked to the guy. He was like, "I live in Jersey, and I'll bring it to you." And I was like, "What?"
What?
We'll see. We'll see how it
That's
goes.
service.
Yeah.
It's service. I did the John thing. I was like, "You know who I am."
That's the case. He's gonna unbox it for you too.
Yeah. Live, as long as
With the
it goes
gloves.
live. Yeah.
John stole that from Robert De Niro, but that's okay.
Hey man, packed house tonight. Look at this.
Yo,
Freaking
this
Rashid
looks
dressed up.
like
What
Hollywood
is going on?
Squares.
Look
up
at this.
here.
Wow.
What up,
I'll take Mark B to block.
I take Buck Fangs.
That's going Rashid. Yeah, man, like crazy deal, crazy day, crazy week. But Jarhead looks like he's like 20 again, 13. I don't know how old he is, but look at him. Clean shaven and everything. Welcome back, man.
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I feel like I haven't been on the show in a while, and I feel like it's my first time in like forever.
Were you training
everyone
with
says,
like
what do I do with my
Ra's al
hands?
Ghul or something? Like what were you?
Yeah, you kept me throwing stuff like out there like that. That's
Oh,
Man. So how you been, man? Where you been? Been working or where you been?
just working, man. Just had family in town for a couple of weeks. My wife's kid had a baby, so I'm a grandfather. So yeah.
welcome.
So you have to shave. So
Quiet.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Everyone was like, "How do I react
The
to
way he
that?"
said it. The way he said it was like,
the brain took a minute to process.
Oh no! He's like, wait, did he just say a grandfather?
Yeah.
I said, grandfather or godfather?
Grats, I think.
All right. You beat me. You beat me to it.
Did I?
Yeah, not yet.
If it makes you feel any better, I've got 3 already.
So you've been a grandpapa.
It makes
Yeah.
me feel
My oldest
That makes me feel way
boy,
better.
my oldest boy just had one too. So
He does got the League of Assassins, but
well, you know I got 6 kids, right?
nice,
Six. Well, you
Trying
beat
to
me
beat
by
my mama.
3.
that you know of.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I know that's true. Very true.
Yeah. I got 52. I'm trying to get one in every state, but there's a state nobody know about. So
Jeez.
You got
trying to
some
get that
big cannons
bonus.
on the show.
Someone in
of
the chat
confusion.
just said, "Papa."
Yeah, we're such
Is
nerds,
that
man, I
Papa?
swear.
Oh
That's so funny,
man.
though. But good to have you back, man. Sam, man, I just saw your YouTube page at Constructive Outrage. Only at 94. What's going on here?
Yo, we ain't at. Wait, we way past what I thought it was gonna be. You say 94.
I know, I was like,
I thought we was like
we were at-
80 something.
8 or 11 when we first started.
Dude, this
Look
is
at this guy.
you guys are crazy, man, because you guys been pumping this. I don't even have to ask, and I love it because it's it'll be empty with nobody to try and do a show for. So the fact that we got at least some people that are interested, if half of them show up, we'll have a decent sized show. Yeah.
This
Nah, I
still makes me
appreciate it.
laugh hysterically. It says the channel doesn't have any content. Then it says 94 subscribers with no videos. You go to live. There's no...
At least he's got a profile pic.
I know, right? It's not a S or C.
This channel
Hey.
doesn't... You don't even follow anybody. That's so messed up, man.
No, I follow you. I follow a bunch of you guys. I think I subscribe to a bunch of you guys, right?
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Man.
we
I
better.
think it's
We'll do a.
Oh,
We're gonna do a live.
95.
No,
Unsubscribe.
Hey, no, I'm. All I do is subscribe to like you guys, like the statue channels on this one, because this is not my It's like super brand new page, so it's just like, yo, let's make sure statue content is driven to the algorithm. But I did record my first unboxing today, so that's gonna be interesting. So that'll be up soon. It won't. I've got 2. One is gaming related. People here might not be interested because this is Constructive Outrage. It's gonna be bigger, and the show is called Constructive Outrage Live. It's all about collecting. But then you're gonna start seeing different categories pop up. So there was a physical edition of The Last of Us you'll appreciate this. And it came with comic books. So I unboxed this on the channel. It came with a steel book.
Really?
And the crazy thing is, it's a physical PC release, which they don't do anymore.
PC.
A Sony game released on
Wow.
Steam physically. Like, they don't do that anymore. So I was like, I'll just throw that up just in case some people interested to have something on there. But once the Iron Fist come, I'll probably do, like, I've never done one before. We'll see what a crippler unboxing experience is like. I'll just throw that shit up. It will be different, but I'll try and get that up there too. So there's
You said it's out
some-
on Steam?
Yeah, it's on Steam, so you can go to Steam right now.
So you go on Steam to download it, but then they mail you the media? How do you
No,
get
you
the
have to
physical?
buy it from Sony. So you got to go to PlayStation.com where you
And
can
they'll
buy
send you
consoles.
discs.
Yeah, and they shipped it out same day as the game was released. So Last of Us 1 remaster, first time on PC, was released today. So I'm looking forward to playing through that later. But yeah.
Awesome, man. You're at 96
Man.
now, so we'll shoot it by like 200. I remember when I put down like, let's get this guy to like 30. Rashid said, let's get to 200. And
I was
"All
like,
right, Rashid, calm
Rashid is
down."
like, let's go. But yeah, no, John's been posting. Everyday Collector, appreciate you guys. Casual, all of the guys. Even like Miguel and all of them are Toy Quest, and you know we do it on Sick Channel. Like, it's all love everywhere, man, and I appreciate it. So we'll see. Hopefully we're entertained. Like I said, it could be a train wreck and be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to stick to just.
It
But
goes
we'll
to
see.
100 to like 4 to the original.
I know. He was like, nah. Yeah, because right off, what I'm planning right off the tip is going to set the stage of, okay, yeah, this is not normal. So we probably, you're either going to like it or not. And you'll know with the very first episode from once we
Yeah.
go live. So we'll see.
Tomorrow at
excited.
9 p.m. Eastern, right?
Yeah, tomorrow, 9 p.m. EST. Thanks, everyone. Yo, Buck, what you rolling up over there? This is a children's safe show.
I was going to put you on mute for a little bit, but just
Oh, my bad.
there you go. Yeah, there you
Buck's,
go.
it's arts and crafts period over there.
He's putting that paper right into the microphone.
Yeah, paper mache.
He's the guy who sits behind you and opens up all his goodies in the movies.
I know. It's like,
In a quiet scene where everybody's like this and all you hear is crunch. It's like,
oil
oh,
wrap
that's
and everything.
trying to open up their little freaking wrapper.
How about you, Picky? How you been?
It's good, gents. I've actually been having a good couple of weeks. Minus, man, my allergies are kicking my behind.
Yeah, mine too, man.
It's bad. But other than that, it's been a chill week. I got a custom coming in any day now that I think a few people have coming in.
Custom, you say?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's your boy.
Look at y'all had ears just exactly. It's just like,
I'll drop it in the backstage chat, and then I'm really just trying to figure out like where we can all kind of meet up in person at one of these cons outside of the San Diego con, maybe like New York one or something
Yeah, there's
like
New
that.
York Comic Con. There's like one in Miami or Florida, I forget. There's a couple, man. I'm sure. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question to bring up. Like East
There's one in
Coast,
Dallas coming up too.
Dallas. Yeah, it's a huge one in Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah, I
There's
think we all should
Toronto, right?
meet up.
Right,
one of
John?
those.
In August.
Yeah,
Other-
man.
You know, I don't have much going on. Just trying to, get us all together at one of these cons.
does it have to be a con? Can we just go to Casual's house apartment?
What the-
That's cool.
It's in Virginia. It's in the middle.
Just crash on the living room floor.
Yeah.
Someone have a chat with that cat.
Oh,
Everyone kept saying Chinese food, and I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Egg foo young, baby.
Hey, no cat hate. I got a huge overweight orange tabby that if you hear him, like if you hear the house settling, that's him coming up the stairs and coming in.
I'm sorry you went
nice.
the cat route, man.
That's okay. At least it doesn't
Dogs
jump on
for
the
life.
statues.
My favorite part is Casual didn't shoo him off the statues. He decided just to take a picture. It's like he didn't grab him from the statues.
She doesn't do nothing.
Oh, you talk about his unboxing. I mean, his room tour.
No, the cat. The cat. He took a
Yeah,
picture
no, in
of
his
the
room
cat.
tour, I seen his cats was just like, "What up, Cash? I want to be on. I want to be on camera."
He
Jumped
put
on
a
one of
picture with it on top of his hush.
Ah,
My
Yeah.
cat knows two things: don't go in the kitchen and don't jump on my statue. Other than that,
I mean, they know about it, but they never listen. So it's
I
at least
just do
mine
it when
does.
you're not looking.
Yeah. That's cool, Piggy. Well, Mark, I know I said this last week. Glad to have you back. But you were on the week before and the week before, so good to see you again, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Is my mic working all right tonight?
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, you
sounds
good.
great.
Oh, okay.
You're
Can
crispy.
you hear me?
Nice.
Crispy. Yeah, man, I'm having a good day actually. I don't know if you guys have used Pirate Ship before.
It's a
yeah.
savior.
Yeah, well, I'm a newbie to it. I used it for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I got I don't know what do you call it when they like kick you back like a week later and say, hey, your measurements were wrong,
Mhm.
and we're going to charge you X amount more to your however you paid.
Hmm.
I don't know if anyone's ever had that
Yeah,
before.
a bunch
I've
of
heard
times.
of
Yep.
it.
Yeah, it happened to me. I was going off of Prime One's. Um, they put the measurements and the weight on the box.
Did you use the
So
gross weight though, or the net weight,
yeah, I used the proper
the
stuff,
larger
I
one, right?
thought. Yeah, I used
Yeah.
the larger of the two. Anyway, long story short, it was off by like an inch and like I forget how
That's
many
what she said.
pounds. Hey. Um, so I disputed it. There's just you just like click on a dispute button on Pirate Ship and just fill out why you think you should dispute it. And I just
Mhm.
got an email today saying that they approved it and that I'm getting it was like $77 they charged me
Oh wow, I
Oh,
never got it
for
that high.
for
That's
being off
for
like
an
an
inch.
inch. Yeah. I just said in my thing, I was just like, I used the manufacturer dimensions and that, like you can look at a box and squish it or it could be off depending when you measure it. Maybe it gets
If it just
smashed.
came out of the pool,
Right,
yeah,
shrinkage. So,
shrinkage.
um, anyway, I was shocked. Like UPS actually, they owe me one since they screwed me a couple months ago on a claim. So they approved the overturn anyway. So that was good news.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I always get adjusted like $3, or they
Yeah.
credit my account back like $2, and it's
Yeah, that's
never
what
been.
people said, but mine was like, "Oh, you were off on your measurements, $77 more." I was like, "What?" Like
Yeah.
that's a big jump for an inch, right? Um, that's what she
Wow.
said. But yeah.
But that's crazy, man. Like I love Pirate Ship. Like I haven't
Yeah.
had too many issues with it, other than like a couple of those like one-offs. But yeah,
I
I'd still
think,
use it. I don't know if that's
yeah.
gonna put you off after, but
No,
I'd still use it.
I saved a ton. I would just suggest roundup is all when you measure.
Gotcha, gotcha. Cool, cool. Pudgy, man, how about you, man? How's your day? How's your weekend been?
Day was pretty good actually. Today was nice and light. Easy day at work, so I'm primed and ready to go. Feeling good. No stress today.
Awesome. Let's keep it that way. I know Rashid's gonna
Yes.
press your buttons later, so or I'm sorry, I'm
Oh
Rashid.
no.
John.
No.
Me?
Watch out.
John's just like this.
This
getting
sweet
ready.
angel sitting right here, not
That's
bothering anyone. Me.
that's my cardio.
Sweet
That's my
angel, my
cardio workout
ass.
That's
for
my
the
card.
Wow. Wow. As long as I don't hear any stupidity, you guys are safe.
That's subjective.
It's true.
uh, John, how about you, man? How you been?
Good, man. Today was good. Weekend was fun. Weather's getting better. Really good. Snow's melting, so went to the park again a little bit today, and that's pretty much it. Deals. I don't know. It's like craziness what's happening out there.
Yeah,
I was
look
up.
at the deal
We
you
were
got
up.
behind you.
We were up so late yesterday, and like 2 in the morning. A local deal, crazy deals locally. I don't know what's going on, man.
Did you get any of them? I know we were talking about it yesterday, but
Yeah,
this,
I think I
this
jumped on
guy's
one.
like he said 2 in the morning, and we're talking, and he's like ignoring us at the same time. But he's like, "I'm sorry, you guys, but I'm writing something." He's responding back to the dealer, and I was like, "God,
He's
this guy's
negotiating
addicted."
at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a few I have my eyes on, so we'll see what happens. I've been talking to him back and forth.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Hey Rashid, Chris Barton. I don't know this guy, but he said Rashid's on the panel. Man, they will let any one of these shows. I'm kidding. It's just-
I'll burn his book right here on live.
Wow.
On live, bro.
Wow. Talk about igniting.
Nice.
Nice one.
Awesome. Mr. Buck Fangs, man, how you been?
I'm good. I'm good. Started our Ramadan last week, so that's been rough, but
Yeah.
powered through. Recently got a new art print.
Oh, we heard it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. I've been messing with my background just to screw with some people.
Nice.
I got you.
Oh man.
Hold on. Don't close it. There we go.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
amazing.
Very nice.
Ooh,
I like that.
nice. I think you
like
got my
that a lot.
address already, right? So you could just roll it back up.
That's the first. That's the first giveaway
Looks good.
for
Oh,
the
it
channel.
is?
So.
There we go. There we go.
Where'd you get this from, Buck?
eBay.
eBay. Wow.
Yeah.
Evil Bay.
It might have been on sale on Sideshow at some point.
Was that Alex Ross?
No, it's Felipe Masafera.
Really?
That looks like Alex Ross. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
his stuff looks like Alex
I
Ross.
like
stuff.
the. I love how the vulture looks in the back, and then you
Yeah.
see that guy.
That's really nice.
Black cat, like a
Really
lizard,
nice.
like a venom, good goblin.
Yeah, congrats on that one, man. That's
I
really,
like
really
it.
nice.
Thank you.
Did you want to show your other one off really quick? Or is
Other
it
one
nearby?
is like way too big. Wait,
Okay, that's okay.
And then he's way too X-rated.
Yeah.
This is like I think you got a picture, right?
I got it. Yeah, I got it. I'll show it. Yeah.
That
Cool,
one's like
man.
huge. I won't be able to fit.
Jesus,
congratulations,
man.
Buck.
Tonight's
Yeah.
interesting.
Congratulations
awesome.
on your debut on Collector's Combat going up against Keesus. It's gonna
Going
be
up against
interesting.
Keesus?
Yeah, yeah.
Who's
fun.
gonna
better
be the king of
subscribe.
the haters?
You're putting.
Gotta give that to Keesus, not me.
Wow.
Yeah, we need to settle who is the most who is the number one hater match.
It says right here, number one hater on today.
Keesus
See?
is up. Nah.
There we go. We'll find out for sure, though.
You guys keep telling them lies.
Watch. You want to see? Hey, Buck. What do you think about Jim Lee?
He's a good artist.
Okay. Perfect.
What do you think about the Snyderverse?
I just wanted it documented live.
Yeah, what do you think about the Snyderverse, Buck
Nice
Fang?
man.
Fantastic.
Don't do it, Buck. Don't
Yeah,
don't put
see,
yourself
we
that
get-
low.
we-
Don't bring yourself that low, buddy.
John, it's a win-win anyway. We got him on. We could clip him saying how much he loves the Snyderverse, how much he loves Jim Lee.
Hey,
Yeah.
you can use AI to do anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. This is a deep fake of Buck. This isn't really bad.
Cool, Buck. Rashid, man, how about you, man? You enjoying this East Coast weather? It's crazy, huh?
Yes, we neck and neck with California. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, the swamp ass is coming though, man. Like in summer, it's gonna be stupid humid this year.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to condition my body because I'm filing for my boxing license on Friday. So
Oh shoot, okay.
I'm gonna have to try to keep up with the young boys. But just sparring, nothing. I'm not going for the gusto. I ain't trying to get
Oh
I
man,
ain't
I
trying to
thought
get
you.
my ass I ain't trying to get my ass kicked, you know.
I
can-
thought you
I-
was
I- I
getting
can-
ready for a slap.
I thought you were gonna get the
power
slap
slap
license,
stuff.
yeah.
Hell no. Nah, ain't nobody slapping me.
Shit.
I'm
Get
about
your
to be,
power slap license, baby.
I'm probably gonna be getting my ass kicked by some young dudes, but I don't mind sparring. You know, it's just that he when I went to go, he said you got to get your license so you ensure that when you if you get hurt.
Mhm.
So I just plan on being like sparring this summer and just boxing. You know, and if I get good, then probably I don't know.
Look at Rashid's head getting bigger. It says Rashid's gonna
Gonna
get
get his Creed.
Move over, Rocky.
Yeah, man, you got
Creed 7.
I'll do it.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
That's pretty good though. That'll be cool.
I mean, you stay in shape like that, you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
No, Rashid, like you gotta let these guys know, like any of you guys try to do one round. 3-minute round, whatever, with anybody. Like you'll sweat your ass off. Like
Yo,
I don't care how
longest
much
3
you know.
minutes of your life.
anybody been
3
in a
minutes.
real fight where you got no other choice but to fight?
Mm,
2 minutes is a long time,
Long
yeah.
ass time.
especially if you brawling. 2 minutes is a long time. So
Yes, sir.
That reminds me, Casual, you owe me.
Of course, man. I never
Uh-oh.
forget. I never forget. I'll be
Now
there.
I heard
Yeah.
Cripple talking some smack the other day
Uh-oh.
about you beating me sometime somewhere that no
Yeah.
one witnessed.
It was actually during New York Comic Con. I have live footage.
You have live footage, huh?
Yes, it was
I want to see this footage.
all I seen was you looking down at Casual like this. What now? And then he just dropped down, scissor licked you in the head, he got around you and choked you out. Choked you out. Like, was that not true? Are you calling me a liar?
You realize he would have to get out some like a chair or something to get up to my neck.
Like a step ladder.
She used the ladder.
No,
That would have been
I
funnier.
mean, yeah, that's
He
true.
would need John's ladder. Is that what you're
Yeah,
telling
John.
me?
Yeah, that was the thing. John threw the ladder there, and then he grabbed it, climbed up, like. Ah. Now,
But,
what I said was I heard it on the
that-
internet that I
that-
didn't see it for myself, but everything you read on the internet is true. I believe everything on the internet, so I didn't see it myself. I just heard.
So this is where you got the inspiration for the collector's collision.
Yeah, that was the very
Outrage.
first. That was like, oh my God, we can put this
we can
out
market
there to the
this.
world. We need the world needs to have this in their life. It shouldn't be just us. We just get it all out there. But,
Well, I don't know if everyone saw this or everyone knows, but this guy right here, he became a Mr. and Mrs. Gemini. So big congrats to you, man.
Yo, Cat.
Ash the Gemini,
The
man.
married man.
Awesome.
I don't want to hear no more disrespect to the president. You got your woman now. Leave Salma alone. You
Oh,
got
that's
one.
right.
Oh,
Salma Hayek
man.
is now free.
Yes.
It's funny you see like everyone commenting on his like wedding thing, and like people are saying like statue money, like there goes like we won't see cash ever again. I was like, wow, these guys are crazy. Yeah, big congrats to this guy.
Oh, you heard what he said?
Send me the link. That's funny.
It doesn't exist.
Lincoln.
But like we do every week, we are going to do a moment of appreciation, and today's turn is this guy right here.
Give it
AKA
up,
number
ladies
2
and
hater.
gentlemen. How can you be hated when you're the most appreciated?
It's funny because I reached out to some people. I was like, so Buck Fangs, what is he known as? Other than Buck Fangs, I can't pronounce your first name, so I was like, I'm not gonna even try that. But I was like, people say AKA number 2 hater, AKA anti-Kesis.
Yeah, I take it any day. Kesis #1. Yeah.
But Buck, man, like you've been here forever too, man. You were on Astro's, like I think I met you on Astro's channel, right, on Sunday.
Mhm.
And then I was like, hey, would you like to tag along? And you were like, sure, why not? And then boom, I think we hit it off after that. But man, like I always, when I listen to you talk, I listen, right? Because you always have like an artist interpretation on things. Like we're just like statue collectors. We don't know anything about art. Well, most of us, But I gotta say, big thank you to you, man. You show up Tuesdays when you can, and you're always there, man. You're always there to make everyone laugh. That's a
Thank
big
you.
plus in my book. Yeah, man. Big thank you to you.
Really appreciate what you've done for me too. You've officially sealed the deal. Kesis is #1.
It's on screen. Yeah, it's official.
I mean, it wasn't that hard. Keesis is a hater. So,
He is.
yeah.
But anybody else want to take a jab at Mr. Buckfangs?
Yeah, let me jump
No
in.
jab.
I first saw Buck on Astro's channel too, and what made him stand out to me, this is actually a compliment, but he was talking about something, I don't remember what it was. I was like cleaning up, doing my OCD work, and then it was like 3 minutes later, he was still giving like a whole like dissertation write up. I was like, what the hell? Wait, it's another me. Somebody else out there is just like me. So I appreciate that. That's I like
Thanks, man.
the opinions.
Number one hater right here says, "I have a long way to go to beat out you and
Jesus.
Walton."
Since you're competing with yourself.
We need to just put all three of them in a cage. Walton, Keesis, and Buck. See who
Hey,
comes
right.
out.
Age
Somebody
match.
said when Buck was given that dissertation, that was him hating on something.
Man.
That's a good one though.
No, man.
I was gonna say agree with him or disagree with him. Buck always gives you a thought out reason, his thought out reasoning as to why. And Buck is like a third my age, but I gotta tell you, I enjoy having some real serious conversations with him about all different shit. Besides the hobby, he's a good young man. I really like talking to him.
Thanks, man.
No, man. Buck is one of those types, man. Like, you need that type of voice out there because he'll be the only one on the panel with a point of view, and he convincingly like talks about it, not just say it's trash. He's like explains why he feels that way, and some people come around, some don't. But I think it's important to be able to explain why you feel a certain way, and he does that like all of the time. And then when I first interacted, one of the first times we interacted, we were backstage and we talked about Last of Us 2, which is very divisive, and we have different opinions on it. But he listened, and then I listened, and he listened, and it was just a conversation of like his point of view and my point. It never was like, that sucks, and you try, and you play around and poke from time to time. But ultimately, when you can have those type of conversations, it's similar to like what me and Pudgy have when we go back, and a bunch of us. I think that's why I gravitate to the hobby, is because people like that, like, just listen, and then also learn how to actually just don't say something sucks. You got to back it up. Why does it suck? What does it look like?
I've told Buck. I said we used to call guys like him an old soul because he's kind of like wise beyond his years, and he just has a, like you just mentioned, that idea of actually having an exchange of ideas. Agree to disagree, and that's, you don't see that nearly like you should from his age group. So it's always a pleasure.
And he was the first one to spot it. I had my PlayStation, and everybody was like, yo, his PlayStation is going to blow up because he got it in the cabinet. He was like, nah, he got fans back there. Zoom in. And when Casual first showed the pictures of my room, like way back when I first started, and it was like, I was like, yeah, see, he knows.
Got the exhaust fans.
Yeah. He was like, I got some fans in there. He knows. I love Buck, dude. Buck is real. It's good people.
You spited Brenton, Keesis, and Walton, man. So you're doing something good when you got those guys going after you.
You can have a passionate conversation with him and not, even though you may not agree or disagree, it doesn't get to the point where it's like there's savagery, right? It's there's healthy conversation, and you can see he's passionate as well about the hobby and his take, because he has experience in it, right? He's more experience than I definitely do, so I always value as well having a conversation with Buck, and he's polite, nice guy.
He is a very nice. You
can't be angry at that face.
Nice
Look at that face.
Young man. Hey, I seen Buck make other people get irate.
Well, until he mentions Dragon Ball Z, then
Buck can still be calm. He's just like, but he give it to you like this, yo. You know what? Snyder Burst sucks. It's trash. It's this. But he says it so nice. You want to know what's crazy about Buck? You guys know the Nightcrawler XM, right? Castor Gemini, shout out to Castor Gemini and Buck. We're on a episode where they had to pick, even though if they didn't believe it, they had to debate which one is better. And then I didn't know Cash actually really liked not Cash, Buck actually liked the Sideshow one better, but he was, debating for the XM. And I'm over there, was like, that's a great point, Buck. I'm over there like, yo, those are some good points. I actually like that. And then at the end, he was like, why did I have to do that? You're going to influence people to buy this one. And I'm like, nah, I still do like the accent one, but don't tell me.
Those are all valid points. Those are all valid points he came up with.
They right, John? I agree.
I always appreciate your point of view, Buck. Even though I don't agree with it sometimes, I still appreciate the point of view and where you're coming from. And you just don't say that you hate something just to hate something. You describe why you hate. So
Because hate is natural.
I appreciate that. You're the number one describer of hate. So
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
Wow.
man.
You're really good at if you have hate in your heart, you let it out.
You are my
Articulate
brother.
it.
Yeah. Hey, all the Brenton's just lying in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Buck apologize to me.
I think you guys are forgetting one important fact about our guy Buck here.
Talk to us, Mark.
This man is a J&D boy. So
Oh,
you know,
Damn,
I just lost total respect. Sorry,
he
I
out
take back
here
everything.
Yeah.
repping the J&D
Sorry,
boys.
There you go. Send him where he belongs.
J&D boys raise up. Hey,
That's so
you gotta
Let's
have
J&D
you gotta have
boys.
one in the crew. Keep your
All of you
enemies
are gonna
close is what
convert
they say,
eventually.
right?
I gotta have you come up one of these days, Buck.
Gonna probably. I don't know if you're gonna go for any of the cons in Texas, but if you are, I could probably make it to one of those.
Yeah, I'll be at the one in Dallas.
In Dallas, when's that?
I think it's in June.
If I'm in the U.S., I'll probably go to that one.
awesome. Well, we saved the best for last. Rashid, you got anything? Yeah, I think you're on mute still. Yeah,
He's
still
like, I ain't saying shit about
I
Buck.
know, right?
Stank ass Buck.
Yeah, you're still on
Forget
mute.
Buck.
I'll unmute you.
J&D boy Buck.
Well, since I can't unmute you, your guests, because they chose to mute themselves.
Oh, he's mute. You muted on your end, Rasheed. You're muted, but
You're still muted, yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear what I said. I said something crazy.
now we got you.
Now I said if you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Oh.
That's how I'm gonna leave it. Nah,
Yep.
listen, nah,
Real recognize real.
yeah, nah, I never thought
Take
Buck
it to the
was
ring.
yeah, oh yeah. I never thought Buck was like a hater type dude. I just thought, you know what I'm saying, probably like the type brother. I think he's intelligent. I think more of Walton is the hater. But but nah, at first when I first met Buck, I was like, what is this guy talking about? But then I had to really listen to Buck, you know what I'm saying? And he gives it I don't think he goes left just to go left. There's some people, if you go right, they go left just to do it. I think he gives his honest opinion on the reason why he's going left, and he breaks it down. It's not, oh, I'm just going to go against the tide just because you're going that way. So I respect his opinion and stuff. I'm very surprised that he likes J&D. I'm very surprised at that. But
You'll go crazy trying to understand.
There's
that,
nothing
bro.
wrong with a male liking candles. Nothing wrong with it.
What scent do you get your candles in, Buck?
Citrus, love it.
We already
it's
talked
all right.
about more.
Yeah. It's okay liking Ken dolls and Barbie dolls.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
All right.
Which we'll have a review of one tomorrow.
A Ken doll or a Barbie doll?
A
He has
J&D
both. He has
statue.
both.
Put some respect on the J&D.
Ken is on the way.
things.
Yeah, you got Ken.
Got Ken coming, huh?
Yeah, no. Daniel's going to be giving a presentation showing some of his newest product tomorrow
Oh, God.
on construction.
Oh, look at this poll.
Oh man,
I just put
who
a poll for
wins
you
this
guys.
one?
Yeah. Well,
This is hard. I can't.
This is a great one. Look
I
at this.
can't.
Look at.
I'm going
Walton's,
Keesis.
Walton's
I
taking
want
off like
Keesis.
Secretariat, and it's Walton by a mile. Walton.
Secretary.
Wow.
I tell you, I
Come on,
haven't
Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit.
How dare you?
Hey, Walt, can you guess
Hey.
who I picked?
Wow, how dare you,
Oh
Kevin?
man, I think more people need to pick Kisses because right now we're neck and neck.
Well, you'll find out tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. I don't think you guys. I think your guys is next week.
Yeah. Well, see, Keisha says things just to say it. He's like the Black Arch. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
No. Yo, can you change your name?
I said it, Keisha. I said it.
That's that spider hate in you, Rashid.
Yeah, see.
No.
Man.
We trust me. The last show we proved it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most
we proved it
Wolverine
that-
fans
Yeah.
have that hate in their heart.
Yeah. But,
He said, "Yeah."
You know what's funny?
Kisa
Like,
Kisa says.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Bob.
It's like he just says stuff like, "I'm in Korea." Mm-hmm.
That's pure hate, that right there.
North or south?
No, but Keesus will
Wow.
hear you hating on Keesus. Wet behind
On
the
what
ears,
side?
Keesus will hear me talking about Blade, and then he won't like Spider-Man, but will defend Spider-Man. I don't understand that. You know,
I need to say-
that's like seeing a fight and you getting involved, and that's how you get sucker punched. Just saying, Keith. Just saying.
Oh man.
Wow, it's a tie game right now. Buck
How
and
did this
Keith is 21-21.
appreciation
Why
for
did- why did-
Brother
poor
Buck
Walton.
turn? Took a turn.
After 29 votes, it's Walton in first, Keith is second, Buck third, and fourth place is Hitler.
Yo, they tied. You should stop it right there. You should stop it right there.
Wait,
Tied.
Crippler. So Buck is going against Keesus? Is that it?
Yes.
So Buck,
And they
stop,
tied
Buck,
right now.
I'm pulling for you, Buck. Trust me.
Yo. This is gonna be great. I think I might bump y'all match up to tomorrow and push another one back. Yo, because y'all definitely
give
season
Keesus
3.
some more time to show that he's sipping on the haterade.
This is funny.
Oh man,
This-
we can
this all
pull
gets
some
fun,
hated
though.
comments from both of you guys from past episodes. See, just so we can remind the audience some of the hatred that you guys have in your hearts.
I got way more airtime than Keesus. It's not right.
Just because his internet's restricted. Come on, that's not a fair punch.
You know what's you know how
Get it,
Cool
North.
bag.
you know what's funny though?
That
It's
was
like people
quality.
love watching this stream all the time every Tuesday because someone I think it was Jose, but someone posted comic strips from Spider-Man comic books showing how Spider-Man kills Wolverine or beats up Wolverine.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I was like, the only
Just
people
a
that know
trigger.
about that are the people that watch the show. You know?
Yeah.
Just a
I was
trigger.
like, yeah.
Why
Yeah,
does
that's-
Spider-Man hate?
8 Man's from Queens. He is from Queens. Oh man, but yeah. So today's episode is about how do you guys fight the hype? Like Penguin's coming out. This Hot Toys Iron Man is supposedly limited to like. Is it true, John? Is it limited to 300 Hot Toys? First
Yeah,
one?
that's what I hear. Yeah.
So that's like extremely low for a Hot Toy, right? Or
Yeah, no, it's not the first time. It's low, but
oh, I thought it was the first time. Okay.
no.
Contain your enthusiasm, John. You sound so excited.
It's a repaint. There's nothing to be excited about. It's a repaint. So you can
That,
limit
that new
a
XM
re.
Galvatron's got 125 ES, I think.
What? I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
LBS Cyclops 150. It was
150, yeah.
It's the year of the low edition size.
Yeah. Dang. I don't think I know this freaking Iron Man's gonna sell out because it's a hot toy. People there's like
Well, Brenton's right
10,000.
actually. It's 300 on Sideshow, so you could get it other routes,
okay. Wait, what's that mean? Like
like
you get
overseas, through the
Okay.
through the Hong Kong resellers.
oh, so they're not like
So
they're
it's
not numbered
so it's an
or
open
anything.
edition. They don't have an edition.
Okay.
Oh, it's not
So
edition. No, there's no number.
It's
oh,
just
no,
that they have 300 for sale.
correct.
And
That's
such.
why it's like
Ah.
they say 300. Where's the proof?
You see, there's
Oh, yeah.
some Buck love out there. Look at Jose Alicia's comment.
Yeah, let's get back to that. I'm completely sorry about that. Let's get back to that. Why Buck doesn't give his things? Just Buck, man, you got anything to say, man? I'm sorry about that.
I mean,
I mean, all the
Thank all-
hurtful messages everyone said.
In your defense
yeah.
about beating Hitler for most of it.
I guess thank you to everyone. You guys said some nice stuff. I really appreciate it, especially that you guys can see, because I try a lot to, be articulate about the intent behind or like the emotion behind any kind of choice or decision or that I make on a piece. If I say something about a statue, I try to make sure I'm clear about why. And I'm happy to know that comes across. One thing that kind of bugs me is if people, because it's weird, I tend to disagree, or let's say Um, sometimes I can have like a finer, like it's more nuanced, maybe to a point that I will have, and so it might come off as disagreement sometimes, and so
He says
there's been
okay.
times, like maybe someone is say that someone is say like I'm a contrarian, and that really bugs me, right? But it's good to know that, like, so, like, like Rashid said, he doesn't think I'm a contrarian. He thinks like there's like I actually mean what I'm saying. I'm not just saying it so that I can disagree with someone.
Right.
Usually, like I there's a lot of times I don't say. I just hold my peace. I don't always feel the need to like say something, you know. So like it's good to know that like that comes across, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm
Awesome.
grateful
Yeah,
for
man.
you guys. Thanks for having me on every now and then.
No, man, you're definitely the guy I go to for like translations of like, what we don't understand. So you definitely like interpret it and you then translate it to us small timers, like in
I
a way
really, I
we can
really love
understand.
art. I really love
Yeah.
art. I love to
Yeah, it
look at
shows.
statues. I love to, like, even if I might have some negative to say about a piece, a lot of the time, overall, I don't think it's awful. I, there's just things that maybe I'm not fond of.
This is
You are the
funny.
number one hater. You didn't like magic. I just remembered that.
Magic.
What the fuck I was saying? I take everything I said about
Oh no.
He,
But
he's beating Keesis now.
Yeah,
Oh,
Buck said all those nice words, and then he went into second
I
place.
know.
24%. Wow, Buck.
wow.
Buck's like, I take everything I said back.
Keesis made like a fake account just so he could vote for
I
me.
know. Keisha is calling his mama, uncle, auntie, like, hey, vote here, vote here, vote here.
That's long distance, man.
No, that's great, Buck. Yeah, man. Like I always said, like you're always invited, and like whenever you say yeah, or whenever you like whenever you do join, I really appreciate it, man. Like your spot's held there for you. So anytime you want to join us,
Thanks a
join when
lot.
you can.
Just next time, make sure you have a sheet on that bed.
Jesus.
I'm doing laundry, man.
Oh my God.
It was gonna be somebody. Brenton. I was gonna say Brenton's gonna call you up, but there you go, Jarhead. But yeah, getting back to this topic, yeah. So I didn't know that, John. Like this Hot Toys was only an edition size of 300 in the U.S., but then everyone else.
Yeah, I think it's like 1,500 total or something like that. I don't know. It's not. There's no edition size on it, so
Yeah,
it is what it is, and it's a repaint. Eh.
Dirty repaint.
So what do you guys think? Like, how do you guys fight the hype? Like, do you guys just name like three statues with low edition sizes? Like, how do you guys go? Like, I'm not gonna order it because everyone's talking about it right now.
This is how I do it. Was I interested in a penguin? Nope. Okay, I don't have to get it. Am I interested in it? Nope.
That's what I would
don't
think.
have
Like,
to
it'd be
get
so
it.
simple, right? But
Yeah, like it's that easy for me. Like if I wasn't interested in it with a high yes or a low yes, I wasn't interested in it. So Penguin as a character, I wasn't planning on getting. But if I was a Batman fan, that changes. But speaking for me and where I'm going with my collection, everything that they announced wasn't in my vision. So it makes it easy for me to be like, oh no, I don't need that. I wasn't gonna get that. And then going to Walter knows what I'm talking about. Might be going in a direction that is different, that doesn't fit anything there. Now, if they were to come out with something and it was in the wheelhouse of what I was doing, then I'll be like, ooh, I might get this one instead. Like let's say I know I'm getting a Spider-Man and that penguin was a new Spider-Man that looks that dope. That's where it will be hard for me to be like, oh, I can get this one now because I don't know when XM or Prime or whatever is coming out. I could be like, oh, maybe get that one.
This guy right here, Jose, got the PO on the Poison Ivy.
Hey, there we go. Yo, that's a great deal. Trusted seller. Jose Alicia, 27 hundos.
No, but Pig, you're about to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you can kind of take that two different ways. Like, how do you fight it? Like, what's your workaround? And that kind of goes into like what some of you were saying. Like, someone else is selling it. And then I also found that if you have patience, like when I first started, I had to jump on whatever I wanted because of the FOMO. You know what I mean? And now it's like I've learned eventually somebody's gonna sell it, and if you have a little bit of patience, that price is gonna lower. So you'll get it. If it's meant for you to have that piece and you want it, you'll get the piece. But the other way you can look at it is like, how do you fight that feeling to buy it all together when you know it's a low edition size? And if you have like life changes, like getting married, new baby, and you see the new prices of these statues plus the price of the exorbitant shipping, like my man said, it was an extra like hundred and something dollars for another inch or two on the box size. That's a deterrent because you have to be really selective when you have life changes happening with these prices. Like you have to have purpose in your collection. You have to say like, I want that penguin, but does he fit anywhere where I have like a thing going on? He doesn't fit. So therefore, I can't justify spending the price for the piece plus the price for the shipping just on FOMO or for the fact that I want it. It has to have purpose in my collection, or I have to reallocate.
So I think that's why you see a lot of statues going on sale right now is because people are jumping on that FOMO and they didn't really want it to begin with,
Yeah.
or they're not happy with it. They just wanted to jump on that FOMO, I mean, not to mention the economy and everything else that's going on in the world, but I think that's a certain thing that people are doing is, oh man, that statue's really cool. I'm gonna jump on it, but then when they finally get it in, they get rid of it real fast. I think you just have to have a set direction to your collecting, because and there's nothing wrong with collecting every little thing or whatever, but I think if you have a set direction, it helps you guard against that FOMO. Like I don't collect DC, but I've seen tons of DC pieces that I wanted, that I love, but I won't do it because I know my direction on my collecting isn't going that way. Just like um, Sam said earlier, you have to have a direction. You don't stray from it. Have a plan to your collecting.
Absolutely agree with that.
It's crazy that you mentioned those deals because those are even like new pieces. Like I saw a bunch of deals today on new statues, and I was like,
and I guarantee it. The statues that sold out that have these low edition size, you're going to see them. You're going to see them when they come out because people jumped on that FOMO. And not to say that they didn't really want them, but there are people out there that buy statues just because it's cool and it is, the in statue to get. So
that's how
you'll see again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how pre-orders become orders. And like I had to learn that the hard way. There was I'll give you a double-sided example. I always wanted a Cobra Commander. I grew up with G.I. Joe. Love G.I. Joe. Some group finally made them. It's a low edition size. Automatically I went to buy it and then it hit me. Where am I gonna put him? I couldn't justify making the purchase because he doesn't fit in with any of my statues. And even with the custom piece I have coming in, I only got it because I got tired of somebody to like for any of the licensed companies to get around to making the character. And the minute I made my last payment, one of the licensed groups produced the statue. So I think like patience is key no matter what area you're going into.
100%. What about you, Mark? What do you think? Like, I asked you this question earlier today, and I was like, I don't know how to word this, but it's pretty simple, right? How do you fight the hype?
Yeah, I don't know. I like everyone else's answers. It's pretty easy for me. I mean, either you like it or you don't. The word hype though, it's kind of like a synonym for like maybe FOMO, or if you look at the question and you almost makes me think, is there ever hype around something without a high price tag or a low ES? Are those sometimes, connected? Like, would we be, I mean, we're talking about stuff that's always in the news every week, so that's kind of why the Penguin was the hype, but are we talking it up because it has a low ES? Is that why it's in the hype? Or are we talking it because it's a hype piece? I mean, I know we've been waiting for a Penguin for a long time, but I mean, I don't collect DC, and there's a million people that don't collect that type of DC. So it's just like you look at it, you appreciate it, you like it, but you're never pulled to like invest in it and buy it. So it's pretty easy for me, but I just wonder if the hype is kind of like connected to like a low ES or something else.
I will say the penguin. We don't know what the ES is on the penguin, right? So I don't think it's the ES for that statue. I just think it's a great statue, and they haven't made a penguin statue. You know, there's two companies, you know, Prime One and Sideshow right now. Oh, XM's made their version of one too, but
Samurai one. Yeah.
it's not really the classic penguin. So
Yeah,
I think that plays a part of it too. Is a character that somebody hasn't made before.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
I think hype is used in both ways, Mark, because I remember really before I was in this a long time ago, I seen the Fabot Detective 1000, and I was familiar with the Fabot cover, and I was like, yo, that cape looks dope. And this was when Prime One announced it way back, and I was like, man, I don't collect 1/3, but if I ever collect a Batman, it'll be that Batman. Fast forward, I picked it up, and most of what everybody was saying is like, oh, you just picked it up for the hype. And I was like, some people might have, because there might have been hype to it, but a lot of times it's just more of like, it's another word to use. It's just sort of like, it's true, because you want to let the hype die down, because that's when you know if you really want something or not, right? Because I'm guilty of it. I get hype of something and I see it, I'm like, yo, if the funds are right, if I have the space, I could pull the trigger, because I really want that piece, because I'm hyped on it. If I sleep on it, I might wake up and be like, you know what? It might change direction too much. And that's why talking to some people too about it. I have a real good friend of mine that we talk statues, like that I call up and we just talk about it. It's like, where are you gonna? Now I got all of you guys, but before, like, yeah, but Rashid. But no, like we check each other, dude. Our things is just sort of like, I know we be like, yo, I'm thinking of getting this, and like he just bought a Black Panther, and he thought he liked it, but it changed his direction, and so he's like, it changed it too much to the point where now he wants to sell it or return it to Sideshow, because we had that conversation. But I think when you buy out of hype, that's what it leads to. You buy something and then you're like, it really doesn't fit, but I really wanted it. But now you got the hype is dead. You seen it. Did you really need it? And then I think a lot of times that's what the stuff that ends up in the buy and sell groups is, the stuff that you just bought from the hype. So I just try, when something is released, I don't ask myself, oh, I need that. I try to be like, all right, I already have this. I know I'm getting that. Do I have a place for it? Do I really need it? And then if that all adds up, then I'll get it or don't get it based off that. But I try to let the hype die down. But sometimes you just want it regardless, and you'll make it work because the shit is so dope. So I don't think anybody got it figured out, because somebody's hype is somebody's hype, where somebody, like the Penguin, somebody's excited for that piece. And just because I'm not, that doesn't mean that that person's not excited for it, not hyped for it. So it's just a matter of like knowing what you're hyped for, knowing what you want, knowing your collection, knowing your vision, and just do you. I don't think can you fight it casual? Can you actually really fight it? I think the only way you fight it is to just know what you want personally, right? I think I'm talking to circus, but yeah, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents.
This may sound like something that's inconceivable to some folks. Disconnect from the internet. See, I come from an age a long time ago. There was no internet, and we had other things to entertain ourselves with, other hobbies and stuff. Yeah, it was right after the dinosaurs. It was in between dinosaurs and internet.
Could I ask you a question, Pudgy? Have you ever held a lead pencil?
Yeah, a number 2 Ticonderoga.
I would love to hold a paper. Yeah. Have you smelled paper? Have you touched it?
Did you ever take one of those tests and have to fill in the circles?
You did that?
Scantron, yeah.
Abracadabra.
Yeah. I would love to write with I would love to one day hold a pencil and write on a paper and fill in circles.
Oh my god.
That seems so fun.
and then you
Mute
put the
his
note
mic.
inside the bottle and just sail it off into the ocean. And hopefully, an air-conditioned container truck finds your note.
Hey, I don't know why. What's your problem with air? Wait till it comes. Wait till it comes.
Look, my job.
Pudgy's gonna be heating up his statues while we're all relaxing, enjoying our view.
No, I'm not heating up nothing because I don't have a hair dryer, pal.
You don't need the hair dryer. Apparently, boiling water works best.
Exactly. I let
Yo.
my pits air dry.
Pencils and pens are gonna be like the old Raven from fantasy. One day, watch
That's
it be
right.
like,
Send the Raven.
the Raven is just gonna be, bring me a pencil. Whoa, that's how they had to communicate back then.
My job in school, Pudgy, I was the dude that made the copies. And you know that ink, when you smell it, you be hot for like 4 days.
Oh, yeah.
Turn it up
We used to call it. We used to call it Xerox. And what was it came out like purplish?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh shit. Yeah, we used to sniff them and get a buzz off it.
Messed
The
up,
lad
man.
before time.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
But seriously, you disconnect from the internet a little bit. You know, in the sense of you don't have to totally disconnect, but disconnect from the forums a little bit, the chat, the groups. You know, if you find yourself at 2 a.m. making statue buys, maybe it's time to disconnect.
okay, relax, everybody.
John's feeling personally
Hey,
attacked.
or
Every time I talk to John lately, God bless this guy, he's such a great guy. Okay, he's a new parent, and every time I talk to him, he's gotten maybe 3 hours sleep. Seriously, and he's hurting because he's only had 3 hours sleep. He's putting the show together. He's doing this. He's doing that. But he's also at 2 a.m. giving up that valuable sleep time, making statue deals.
Yeah, but that's the problem. It's not the kids
And exactly, that's the
keeping me
problem.
up. It's the community.
That's
The
the
hobby.
problem.
So disconnect a little bit.
I don't know what this means. Pudgy is about to go show us his Rolodex.
Jesus
Rolodex. You don't know what a
Rolodex. That Rolodex is the original contact
Right.
list.
Yeah.
You go to
You're
your
like
phone and you go to your contacts. That was physical. At one
You do a
point.
movement like this, which now you only see on OnlyFans. But it used to be a way to look up numbers.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. Sometimes you can get into a situation where there's a lot of people who dislike something, but there's a few in the community that like it. Get into a circle of friends. I know me and Mark and Cash,
Yeah.
we be like, yo, we like this. Let's celebrate it. We excited for it. Oh, that's probably secret. And we enable each other to keep that hype going, because if we don't, everybody be like, oh, that's trash. That's trash. That's trash. So sometimes it's the opposite. You know you love something, don't let people say that. Change your mind on it, unless it's something like really functionally wrong with the piece. Because that piece is going to end up making you happy versus trying to get something that the whole community agrees that said, this is the one, but you get it as like, it's not the one for me, but everyone else says this is the one. No, get the
It's
one
gotten
for
so
you.
bad for you guys that you guys made your own group chat. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's so funny though.
It's for a rise. It's for a
I
rise,
figured.
transformation, and I think what else is there, Mark? Is there another? I
Wolverine?
don't know if the Wolverine is part of that. I know I want that, but I won't put that on y'all if it ain't a part of that.
Says friends don't let friends buy X and memorize.
Oh,
See?
man.
Shut up, Walton.
See, we put a bubble up and live in our own happy world. Happy.
This is gonna. I don't think anyone has said this, but I think the best way to combat hype is to budget. The moment you know how much you're going to spend and you're allowed to spend, it'll really put into perspective what you really want versus what the community is saying. Because for the most part, there's too much stuff coming out for us to afford everything. And so if you know how much you're going to spend, Sideshow might be releasing the Penguin right now, but you said, okay, I want the Spider-Man from Sideshow instead. You want that piece, and because I'm a Spider-Man guy, I love Spider-Man more. I only have the money to spend on 1/4 scale statue. But the thing is, I think because of the way there's payment plans, a lot of people kind of defer the like reasonable decision to later, and they'll just, or you put your deposit down and you don't really put thought into how you're going to pay for it later, or if you really want it, and that allows people to basically get swept up into purchases they might not truly be excited for. Um, you know, so
Mm-hmm.
definitely budgeting, knowing like your limit, and really examining yourself to see what it is you really like. But at the same time, it's still fine to make mistakes and buy
Yeah.
stuff you might not like love as much. Get it in, realize your mistake, but when that mistake happens, try to let that help you grow, and don't make mistakes constantly, right?
Mm.
So I
No,
think
that's
budgeting will
real. And it's like because that works on depending on your level and your income. So like space is another thing you can factor. Everything Buck said, but you can use space to be like, do I really want to give up this spot for this thing if I don't have a character that I really love? Because that's how I end up. Because Brenton had a great question in there about like any tips and tricks for figuring out like your focus and all that good stuff, and tips and tricks on deciding the direction. I made some mistakes early on, and I got three characters that are amazing, and I love these statues. But I don't have my favorite characters. Right? I don't have my Soundwave. I don't have my Spider-Man. I didn't have no Venom, and this was taking up spaces. So then it's sort of like what I've learned is like, no, this year I'm waiting to get the characters that I know I want in statue form, and they have specific spaces where they're going. And until I get that, I can't really entertain. And there's something to be said. Just get something to secure it and stuff like that. And a lot of people do that, and that works great because you have the piece, and sometimes just having the piece is enough to be able to have it out and show it. For me, I'm a little different. I need to be able to be like, okay, because I'm doing it more for like the presentation of the room and making it look dope and with a whole bunch of other stuff that I got going on. So for me, I'm like, okay, Batman, I love you, but eventually Spider-Man, I want a big ass Spider-Man to go there. You know what I mean? Who is my number one. And the fact that I don't have that yet just irks me. So I just got to be patient and just make sure before I buy any more 1/3, the characters that I really love are in that scale. So, and if they're not in there, I gotta just be like, yo, that penguin is nice, but you ain't even on my radar, bro. Go back to the
Hey,
sewer.
but what you
Somebody else
said,
would
Crippler,
appreciate
like
you.
you want to make
Hmm.
sure it's other characters in that line. That's the other thing too. I think a lot of us collectors have the same problem that I do. If I go and get a
Hmm.
piece that does not fit in my theme, like say if I were to get that penguin,
Yeah.
he don't really go at anything else. So eventually I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like, man, this penguin's sitting here by himself. And now I'm going down a
Hmm.
whole nother line of getting rogues. And now I got like I'm dropping like $1,000 each on like six,
Yeah.
7 statues just to have a line of them. And I never even really wanted that.
And
You know,
that's the thing. I don't think you need to collect the whole line, but there are some characters that you either love that character so much, but you a line character, bro. You don't get a penguin without without a Batman. And so if you ain't going into that line, like
I'll have
you
all Gotham. So it's like, no,
exactly like yo, that penguin will fit in dope when you got the Joker, you got this, you got that. But I ain't getting no solo penguin to be
I'm,
by himself.
I'm gonna let
There's so many other characters that I have to get through before penguins even like registers as a singular character that can represent Gotham for me. So, and since space is tight and I know I can't invest, now if you're cast a Gemini and got the space already mapped out and you know you're getting the Joker, you're getting the Batman, you're getting a Gotham themed room 1/4, dude, you in heaven right now. This is who that's for. Like whoever's like that, like know they going and then be like, oh, you could get your penguin, but you know you already got the Joker coming and you know you already got a Batman coming. This is perfect because I think that's a line character where it's like, yeah. But nah,
I feel like
penguin ain't
Rashida
solo.
has to respond to this really quick. Actually, 1 second.
Do it. He's smoking.
I ain't paying no attention to crypto. There's times where I
That
just
hurts, Frashi, because I
believe
listen
it or
to
not,
you.
believe it or
I
not,
always,
as you get older, you learn how to tune Jedi wisely people out. So as he just was finished, as he was talking, I just see his lips moving. I don't hear what he's saying.
You,
It's like you
so,
hear
It's going through
static,
yeah, right
right?
out
It's
there.
like
Yeah, it's going through one ear out there.
oh, you
It's
didn't
just
hear when
like
I say like,
Please,
it's just
Rashid,
like
teach me. Teach
it's
me the
just
way.
like it's just like when Arch or people like Keesler talk. You gotta let them talk. Goes in one ear and out the
Teach me the
yeah,
way.
you're a
Teach me.
wise Rashid. You're a wise brother.
Help me, Obi-Wan.
My
Rashid.
only hope.
John, you'll develop that skill once your kid starts talking.
Wow.
It'll take a while, but it comes.
It started to. I sensed something when I heard a car comparison, but then it just dissipated.
No, that was in your mind. You're anticipating. You're savoring the
You're
idea.
still
Yeah.
learning,
It's coming.
John.
So
We'll
now
see.
it's
When you least expect it, bam.
wow, Emerald Live. Not everyone will get that because there's a bunch of young kids on here.
So Rashid, what do you think about this question right here? How do people fight the hype? Like you see all these, people YouTubers talking about new pieces and new companies talking about new pieces. Like not everyone could afford everything, you know? How do you like? Yeah.
She's like retire.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Well,
You know what it is? Being in the game for so long, before I remember back in the day, and a lot of you been there too, when you rush to go pre-order and stuff like that. You know what I learned? You see something sell out, you're gonna see it for sale eventually. And the thing about it is nowadays also now before you'll buy something for like maybe $300, $400, then their flippers will flip it once it sell out on eBay for like $700. Um it's just that eventually it's gonna come up. Like there was right recently there was and a lot of people hit me up, and I love when people hit me up for when I'm looking for a piece. Everybody hit me up about XM uh Storm, but the price, and I'm I gotta get my refrigerator. The price that it was worth, I said, nah, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Eventually down the line, I'm gonna find that piece eventually, because I'm seeing other people get pieces for right now. The economy's kind of messed up, so people are selling. You know what I'm saying? And it's selling. It's like, maybe I'll find it for a decent price, maybe not. But it's like I did. You will miss something, and sometimes, just like Pudgy said, sometimes you kind of say this, because sometimes I say it to myself. I'll wake up and I'm like, you know what? Don't even pick up the phone. If somebody calls you something different, but don't go on Facebook. Don't go on the groups, because you go once you. And of course, I stay looking at these chicks on Instagram. As I say, you know what? Leave that. Don't even look at the chicks, because it's the same. There's a million chicks on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, just don't even pick up your phone. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really want to get into different things. Like I'll just start working on my house or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like the piece is going to be there. That's the thing. And if it's not there, they're going to make something better. That's the crazy thing about it. You know, like I just remember back in the days when the Thanos piece, when they first announced that Thanos was going to be in Avengers. Everybody was trying to get that piece, the Thanos and Lady Death, the first sideshow Thanos.
Mhm.
And then eventually XM made theirs, and then XM made one, sideshow rebate another one. They're always gonna make something. So it's like and plus you gotta be careful with how you spending your money now. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing, I don't care what nobody said. People were quick to say, yeah, you're not gonna get that money back. But I get a little upset that I'm buying a piece that may cost $700, and I gotta sell for $400 for a piece.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You after a while, if you're smart and when you're paying bills and mortgages and everything else, you do get tired of wasting money. You know what I'm saying? You do and eventually everybody, if you want to move a piece, to move that piece, you're going to have to settle to take a little bit of a loss.
Mhm.
Some take harder losses than others. So
Yeah.
it's just basically budgeting your money, and just the number one word that I'm not good at, but the number one word is, and I'm sure casual you go by, is be patient. I mean patience. Patience. You know.
Yeah, it's what Thor has tried to teach everybody, or has tried to like tell everybody, is
Yeah,
patience.
because
Yeah.
XM pieces was hard to find in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even gonna tell you. I bought a piece one time from the UK. because I was so desperate. I didn't know XM was gonna make theirs, and I did not want to wait. And it was hard to catch an XM piece. But through the time, just like XM NYC. I'm sorry, NYC.
Mhm.
But once eventually they start coming in stock and people get used to them and they're gonna pop up on the market. You just have to have patience. That's all I can say.
Benefit off of other people's lack of patience.
It's true. So
Yeah,
guess
absolutely.
That is
what?
true.
But you
It's been
lose.
it's been happening though. But you know
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
I mean, I'm I feel like I'm a little different than other people, meaning that I'm not saying that I'm different, like I'm the elite. No, I'm not saying like that. I mean, like I'm an artist and I respect art, so I don't have a problem paying for art. I bought comic book pages. I paid $1,000 for Jim Lee pages because to me it's art. You know what I'm saying? There is no price for art. It's what you're willing to
It's
pay.
what you're willing to pay.
Right. And I'm one of those type of collectors that if I feel, I don't look at pieces like how other people do. So, people may look at a piece and like, I'm not paying $5,000 for that R2D2. I'm not paying, even though that was the deal. I'm not going to pay for that. That's too much. That's not to me. To me, that's a nostalgic art piece from my childhood that means a lot to me. Where other people, it may not be that attached to them, but for me
Sure.
it is. So.
Slim
Awesome.
balls.
It's I don't know. It's a good question. What's going on, Slim? It's a good question. It's really tough because everybody's different. Everybody's gonna have different financial situations, be in different stages of their life, and I think there's two levels to hype. Hype when you pre-order, when a new piece comes out, and hype when there's a crazy deal on the market. At what point a piece that you've been waiting for jumps on the market at a crazy deal? Do you sit back and think about it, or do you jump on it? Do you jump on the
Jump
purchase?
on it.
Right. The other thing
Or
here
you
is,
stay out of the group and stay
yeah, but
hidden
that's
in the
not
group.
fun. I'll be honest. I've tried to have that mentality, and it puts a stigma. Unfortunately, it puts a stigma on all the groups because not all the groups are like that. There are groups that are community focused, and yeah, you're going to be exposed to new pieces coming out, but there are good conversations that can be had
Oh yeah.
in these groups. It's the BSTs that are dangerous for sure. But
Yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah, but even so, when it comes to paying for pieces, you got to look at the type of collector you are. Do you value the time that you've spent with the piece? Right? So yeah, I can, Sideshow Prime 1 XM can put out a piece tomorrow and I can pick it up and I can enjoy it for 5 years or 4 years or whatever and then it be discounted. But does that time from when you purchased it to when you finally get that deal, is there any value there? Or you're just okay to wait because tomorrow's not guaranteed. You don't know what's going to happen. So I personally think everybody's in a different financial stage. You got to collect for you. Always focus on you. Number one takeaway for me is, we all hop on YouTube. We all have different opinions. We're all collectors. Take everything you hear on YouTube with a grain of salt, as just a thought for your utility belt. Another perspective, another thought process. Do not ever, 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 ever tailor your collection to what you're hearing on YouTube or to certain collectors
I
on
love
YouTube.
that.
Ever.
I love what you just said.
Because
right there.
you will tailor your collection to a YouTuber and then they'll pivot their collection and you're stuck. So focus on your collection, focus on your love. I find myself doing a lot now too is more research on the characters that I love. And which is important. Don't just go by because everyone, it's cool. Do that research and look up that character and see if you actually connect with the story behind the character. I don't know. That's
Yeah, no, man. I love what you said at the end of that because that's something that I've noticed as well. And it's just more of like I would see a review or someone who got something that's really excited, and then it's more of like I still would like the version that I have. Like, there's a piece that I have that I really love, and I won't get rid of unless something just knocks it out the park. But there's been plenty of pieces of that character that came out after, and a lot of people jumped on it, and then they might be like, you know what, I want to sell that because everybody was buying in, everybody was hyped, and they got it, and then they go back to the one. So if you would have me knowing that I really love that character would have sold it to get the hyped one that everyone deemed was the best, I probably would have not been happy with it and had to, you know, try to sell it again and try and get this try to sell the new hyped one to get the one that I originally had. And that yeah, and that happened. So like, but we could sit here, John can sit here, I could sit here.
Yeah.
And we could feed everyone like our experience, but since everybody's brains are wired differently, man, you gotta make these. We can tell you, we can just share with you guys our like freaking experience, and then see if it maps to anything you're doing. But ultimately, everybody's different, and they're gonna make the mistakes, and they're gonna learn from themselves.
It's such a pivotal time where we are in technology wise. Like, you can turn on YouTube and listen to 9 people on this panel who are different ages, who have different financial backgrounds, different experiences in life, and you can take notes from each person and then tailor it and kind of use it in your own thought process. There's no need to follow. Just, you have all these tools at your fingertips, good conversations being had in the community. Use them.
Yeah, definitely. John, but you got to get out of here, man.
Yeah, on that note, peace, guys.
Peace,
It's been a
John.
blast.
I was about to say, John's trying to leave. We shouldn't let him. And Buck is trying to. They're trying to leave. Don't let them leave. Just lock the door and tell them they have to.
I wish.
Now you can't leave.
No, you can't lock them.
Okay.
That's good.
See, John.
Buck, I appreciate you. Happy Buck Appreciation Day. You guys,
Yeah. Oh, that's
you
good.
guys all rock. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Yeah, man. Have a good night.
See, all the haters out there, this proves you can be appreciated too. Like, don't change. Hate. We would still appreciate.
Haters gonna hate.
And
Potatoes gonna
celebrate.
potate. Take it easy.
What was that, John? I've never heard that before.
Happy now? What's going
I'll
on?
leave you with that.
That's a mic drop.
See you, John.
Got you thinking.
No, but like I had a quick thing. Buck, you brought this up a while back. I remember you even showed this. You had like a spreadsheet. I don't know if anyone else does the spreadsheet thing, but that spreadsheet thing helps. It helps you like, because like I always look back and I was like, oh, like these are nice. But when you start putting prices on each one of them, and then you're like, I got this coming in. I was like, freak, man, like the total adds up at the bottom. I'm just like, man, that could be like a good trip to Thailand, or something like that.
Thailand, you said.
I'm waiting for that Rashid plan to kick in.
More than you know.
Yeah.
More than you know.
Oh,
And you
God.
got to spreadsheet everything, especially if you have your statues insured. You need to have one for your running total of statues you got on pre-order, one for what you want to get, and then one just listing or itemizing all the stuff you already have in your inventory, because you got to be able to account for it if you have some type of emergency, fire, disaster, God forbid, and you submit your claim. You have to be able to say what you had. So I think
Make me ill if I do that.
Yeah.
It can be pretty easy sometimes to lose track of all your pre-orders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got that on pre-order. I forgot all about it.
I think something people should get into the habit of doing too is, how I talk about budget. I also have once I hit my budget, I don't order anything anymore, and then because I know how much I make in a year, money isn't gonna drop out of the sky and fall into my lap. So I think people need to be smart about that.
Have
can't.
you tried stripping on a pole?
Yeah.
Only
you
you
know-
get money to fall into your lap, bro. Everywhere.
Only /Buck-Fangs.
You know what hurt me is going back finding older pieces that people are that are sold out already, and people are trying to sell a certain amount of money. That's my problem. I said to myself, and I try my hardest not to do it, but I say I'm not buying no more older pieces. That's how we control the pre-order. But you could be paying your pre-order, but if you go back and try to get that missing piece, that could set you back.
Yeah, because you're
So
paying
Like if that storm comes out,
you're
like,
paying
oops.
a lump sum all at one time instead of paying for a
right,
pre-order.
and that's
You
why
know
I'm
what
trying
I'm
not. That's why I'm trying not to do that. I'm really not trying to do that no more. I mean, I just
saying?
picked up something, but I'm trying not to. I'm just trying not to do that anymore. If I stay away from the older pieces and just make do my pre-orders, I'll be okay. But it's always the older pieces that set me back. That's what sets me back.
See
That's
that,
it.
and that's what I've been doing lately. Has been collecting those older pieces, a lot of those older customs that I saw a long time ago that are way cheaper now than they were before. And all these good deals out there. I'm like, oh, I got to get that, and I got to get that one. So I've been falling for that trap. So
Right.
Hey Buck, with your spreadsheet, like you see all of your cool pieces, and then you get to the J&D section and see the price, and you see your budget, just be like, "Wow, what the fuck? What do you like? How do you go through that process?"
Still on the spreadsheet. Has nothing to do with Sam's question. You should have a wish list, right? That way, because there's something it does in your head psychologically. It's part of your list, but you haven't made any like monetary like commitment to it, and so it kind of puts you at ease. It's like, okay, I'm planning on getting that eventually. But
Mm-hmm.
the beautiful thing is that wish list will eventually like it'll change constantly, and you'll find that there's pieces you might have put money down on like several months ago, and today it's like, you know what, I don't even want that anymore. Oh, it's too expensive. I'm not going to spend 1,500 plus tax and shipping on this statue. And
Right.
so it's a good way to like, soft launch pieces into your pre-order list, or, at least get that itch scratched a little where it's like I've kind of made a commitment, but I haven't. Right. So like,
Yeah, if it's not worthy to go into your list, maybe you got time to be like, nah, I don't need it, and you already did the okay, I want it, and so you pretty much go through that process without having to pre-order it and buy it before having to not get your NRD back.
mhm.
You know what's crazy is like when you find deals. Like I'm surrounded by deals. In Rashid, man, I picked up a deal in New Jersey, and it's just like they just keep coming, man. They keep coming like one week, another week. But like freaking Pudgy's like I'm living through. What did you say earlier, Pudgy? I'm living through you
I
now.
said, I
Like
said
you just
you're a man of my, you're cut of my cloth, so to speak. One
yeah.
week you're buying Bowens, the next week he's buying a hot toy, next week he's
I
buying
got
a 1/3.
I
You're
got
all
a
Well,
over
I
the
got
local
a.
deal
place.
on a
Well,
bunch of Bowens, and I just got another deal on a Hawkman, and I got another deal on something else. It just
well,
keeps
this.
accumulating,
I mean,
snowballing.
this is the season to get deals, though. You know what I'm saying? This is a good season to like I got what I something that people was selling on eBay for a lot of money, and the guy gave it to me for what it goes for. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I kind of felt like I'm good. It was problem.
It's a
Luckily, I
good
get
deal.
paid this week too. You know what I'm saying? So it helps. And sometimes it helps when people owe you money. So when you go to collect, you like you got that bread for this week. So but you know
Is this connected with your boxing lessons? You're gonna
nah,
become a
I don't
collection
think
dude?
nah.
Hey, you got that
Nah,
money. You got that money. You want to
because
dance, you got to pay the band. You want to
listen,
borrow, you got to
because
pay
you
the
know what?
band. Show me the money.
Unfortunately, Pudgy, in 2023, people not coming with the hands if they want to settle a
No,
problem. So
Oh,
I
I
don't,
no,
I
just
don't.
no.
They don't care
They'll be
how.
recording you.
Yeah, they don't how skilled you are. So but
This is true. This is
I
true.
looking for deals is what you're going to get while this
Mm-hmm.
so-called economy. I don't even know how, because I don't even watch the news. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't even know how the economy's doing. You know what I'm saying? Women out here in banks is falling. So as long as the economy's not doing good, and the guy that I bought it from, he told me, he was like, I had four people, um, came out, they backed out of the deal. And I've been
Mm-hmm.
to ask him, I said, listen, I'm ready to pay. And he was like, and he didn't call me for like 2 days. And then he hit me up yesterday and he's like, yo, listen, I'm ready to do, four people backed out of the deal when the time was time to pay. They couldn't do it. And, and things happen, what I'm saying? Things happen. So that's why it's like, you know, you're gonna get deals, you're gonna get
Unfortunately, the
deals.
economy is just going to get worse from here, man.
we
Like,
got
Yeah,
a
it's not
I
we got a
good.
think
special guest. One second, one second.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hitler has joined us.
What?
The most hated man in the
Hitler's not available, so we instead got Walton. How are you?
You dirty bastard.
Yo,
Hey,
on
I
the
wanted
count
to
of-
be
Old
on the
dirty
count of
ground.
bastard.
three, on the
I
count of
voted
three,
for
everybody go,
Keesis.
hey, 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 hey,
One,
hey,
two,
hey,
three.
hey, 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 hey.
Woosah. Woosah.
Welcome, Walton. How are you, sir?
I'll
Hey,
take
Ink.
that because the Chappelle show is amazing.
The number one hater.
You know it.
Sipping that haterade.
So, Jarhead, you were saying? Sorry, man, I cut you off.
No, I'm just saying, man. Unfortunately, the economy is just going to keep getting worse from here on out. They're saying June 1st, the United States will no longer the dollar will no longer be the world currency. So as of
That's
June
not
1st,
Chinese,
You know what will
right?
be?
Chinese,
Sideshow points, the new currency.
Casual,
got
if you have
you
a
got sideshow points, baby. You start investing. It's the new crypto.
What's gonna be
Get
the
those
if you have
points
a
up.
if you got a sound clip of a toilet flushing, hit that because that's basically the economy.
Wow, I didn't know that.
What's gonna be the currency? I didn't know that. What's gonna be?
Sideshow points. Yeah.
Hold on, man. What's gonna be?
Let him speak.
The Chinese, whatever it's
Yen,
called,
right? Is it yen?
The one.
Yuan.
yeah.
Really?
They combine China, Russia, Brazil,
BRICS.
Well, they're making it
Iran,
competing
Yeah, that's what it's called.
petrodollar.
and they combine all these different countries. Now their Chinese money is going to be the number one currency in the world
Really?
as of June 1st.
Isn't our currency still above theirs though?
As of June
It's-
1st,
it's-
it's gonna.
As of June 1st, it's going to not be.
It'll
Like in
be
value. I'm not talking about like in like whatever criteria they're judging it off of.
it'll still be low value, but a lot of countries are going to start trading with the yen.
I mean,
Wow,
not
that's
the
crazy.
Right, right.
yen is Japanese.
They have a viable
Oh,
alternative
I'm
now.
sorry, my bad.
The United States is so much in debt too that it's making our value of our money go down as well.
Isn't China getting into massive debt right now?
No,
They're in debt too.
they bought our debt.
Yes, they bought some of our debt. Technically, the most of our debt is owned by U.S. citizens.
Yeah,
They're housed. They're supposed to have a housing crisis too, but this has become the financial chat. I need one.
Yeah, let's take it back to the. Everyone's getting depressed now. So, well, I wanted to ask you. I asked the guys yesterday about this question, but since we're talking about, no I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know if this is a good segue, but I'll bring it up. COVID. What do you guys remember? Like, I asked the guys yesterday. It seems to be a blur to everybody. Like, it never happened. And John's thing was like, what about the companies, man? Like, they should have prepped for all COVID and what's going on right now. It's kind of hard for any business company, anyone, to prep for what happened, like economy wise, financial wise. Like, no one.
I don't think nobody was gonna know what happened. Like I remember when COVID happened. For me, there was no day, there was no layoff, no day. It was overtime, so nothing
Yeah.
changed. Nothing changed for me. The only thing was good is that I was able to get on the train and not pay because nobody was on the train. I would be on the cart by myself, literally.
Yeah.
The Long Island Railroad by myself, and it was a little spooky to see Manhattan dead, you know what I'm saying? And to
Yeah.
be able to go to
You
California.
start getting them I Am Legend vibes.
Yeah, right. And I still have pictures of that, but I also would get on a plane to go to California, and they'll say, you have assigned seats or whatever, but once the plane is in the air, people would be sleeping in the rows. Everybody would have their own aisle because
literally.
people wasn't flying. So that's why I had to get used to going to San Francisco and then driving to my daughter. So everything was cheap. Flights to California was like 3 and change. Rent a car, 3 and change. I would be in hotels, Hyatt. I'd be at the Hotel Hyatt. I'd be on the floor, me and one person, and then they had like a water drought, so they would say, don't don't waste don't waste the towels and stuff like that. So it was kind of crazy, it was crazy.
I mean,
Man.
is this for sure, Jarhead?
What was that?
The thing you're talking about, is that for sure?
Yeah, this is June 1st.
Okay, because I would think that would cause even more of a recession.
That's another thing that's coming.
Yeah, that has
There's
nothing to. Their combining has nothing to do with America. America got to get this shit together. Is what's happening there.
we've got more important stuff in the news,
Yeah, but
than
yeah,
what's
on
going on in the
topic.
world. Apparently,
Yeah, when COVID, man, I remember this like it was yesterday because we seen it. We was like getting cases in America, right? And then I remember going to work. Damn, you remember that? Like going to work, driving to work, and then we had a new employee start, and it was like, let's go, everybody go to lunch, and then I'm at, to celebrate the new employee, and I'm like, yo, my daughter is sick, but it wasn't COVID at the time. She just had regular as cold, and I'm just sort of, and it was coming. I was like, it's not that. I know it's not that, but I'm still not going to the lunch because we don't know what this is. We should probably get a little more information. Then it comes back like somebody they went to the restaurant and was like, oh shoot, somebody at that restaurant got tested for it, right? But we were already ready, so we like sent everybody home. We already had some people were working from home part-time already. So like before it got like mandated, we were already set up and ready with our company. And the best part about it is just like we became a like stay-at-home studio, so we don't have to worry about driving to the office and stuff anymore. But after that happened, that's when you're like, okay, you're home a lot, and that's when I started getting into hot toys and all of this stuff. I got my first statues, and that's when collecting started, like right at the tip of COVID.
the tip.
Oh yeah, just the tip, like
Yeah, but
only
do
the
you think?
tip. Yeah,
But how
go
many
ahead.
people you think was like you that they wasn't into statues, and do you think those people had to bow out now?
No, I think
You understand what I'm saying? Like how many people worldwide was sitting home and started getting into collecting, but now,
and stayed into it. Now that
I
like
think
now
a
that they
lot.
could go
yeah,
back to the clubs and shit
right,
and all of that.
right, right, right,
I think a lot of people probably got their stuff and then was done, and now they back to normal life, right? Because you gotta move on. You can't stay.
right.
You gotta live, man. So it's sort of like these guys are probably living now, going on vacations. Like the boy, like when my homie that I said, he used to travel a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. When you have all of that travel money left over and it becomes disposable income, and you could buy statues and buy statues, because there's not really anything. You're not going anywhere. He bought a
Well,
lot of statues.
well, you also had that free money too that they were handing out those checks.
The
People were
stimulus
using to buy
checks.
See,
stuff. Yeah, so
I never
I
got.
never
That's the
used
thing.
it.
I never got a
Yeah,
check in my life. I never got a stimulus check ever. Me
yeah.
nor my sister. I never got a stimulus check, so I never knew what it was like. But I know people was getting some type of money because
I.
people seemed like they was okay. The only thing that was going crazy was domestic
Hmm.
violence. That's all I remember.
Oh man,
Domestic
because you,
violence
you
was
you were
up.
trapped. No,
Not me.
no,
But
no,
I
no.
was good because
No, it was a lot of intimate times,
right.
being in the house. But the thing is, I don't know, I don't.
I wonder how
I,
many babies were born during this time frame.
Mm,
I
yeah.
mean,
mm.
you know what? Also, because I was in the heart of that, I was at the hospital because I was
Hmm.
working at the prison ward, and it was a floor in Bellevue, the 10th floor, and I'm not lying to you. There was a movie. Pudgy probably remember this. It was a movie called Coma. Um,
Sure.
and Burt
Yeah.
Reynolds. Remember Burt Reynolds was in that movie. I believe it was Burt Reynolds in there. Um,
I remember Conva, Genevieve Bujold.
right.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
floor, everybody was on a ventilator, and everybody
Yeah.
had
That's
masks.
crazy.
When I tell you the whole floor, every room, somebody was on a ventilator, and it was just it was like a ghost town, you know. Everything was just like a ghost town. So it's like, and stores was closing soon. You rush to go to Walgreens. Walgreens closing at 6 o'clock, seven
Yeah.
o'clock. The food. You couldn't even go inside the can't get some Popeyes chicken. You gotta go out on everybody online for Popeyes chicken, So it's crazy.
Now with the stimulus checks, I remember like I was like talking to my wife. It was like because we married, so it would be a joint thing. We get this, but it's mostly for the kids and stuff like that. So it's just sort of like we got them, but that was it was never a consideration to get statues with that money. For me, it always came out of something else. But from that, it was cool because it still turns into statue money because you pay for stuff anyway. That money that you would have had to pay for doesn't have to go into, so you still get a little more disposable income. So it was just sort of like, yeah, like,
Apparently,
oh
she was
shoot,
very
let this
balling in
money go to
the.
this. Okay, my money that was going to that don't have to go to this. So this money right here can go to that.
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Or she's balling and he exceeded the income limit, so he didn't get a stimulus check.
Dang, what's up, Rashid? Okay.
What do you say?
You
What'd
said
say?
you. What'd you say, Walton? You
I said Rashid
exceeded
was
the.
balling because he exceeded the income limit to get a stimulus check.
Don't try to figure that out, bro.
I love this. People call it the stimulus
processing.
check. Stimmy. I got the stimmy.
Don't try to figure out the money, bro.
Don't try to figure out.
No, I gotta say though, like I before COVID started, I was not into statues. I was like, that's way over my price. Like,
Really?
whatever, or what? Yeah, I was probably into comics and art prints more than statues. And I remember going to all the New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, seeing Sideshow, seeing the other studios there. And I remember looking at them and I was like, man, this is awesome. One day I'll be able to afford it. I mean, I could afford it, but I was just like, not. I was like,
Like,
But
this
Kaz,
is car parts. This is
you
like whatever.
you don't remember when this is when I thought things was really like crazy. Do you remember when the comic books they stopped actually publishing comics? Like
Yeah,
they really
yeah.
this is when the
I had
dark
no paper.
the death metal was like in and out, and books wasn't even there was no books for the week. Like one or two books would pop up, but comic books was like at a halt. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. So
Yeah.
you know, you didn't even know when things started back up so you could catch back up, or
Yeah.
did it stop? So that's when also I think the Ronin the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle came out,
Yep.
and it was
Yep.
always delayed because of course it was COVID. So a lot
Getting
of
pushed
books,
back. Yeah.
right, things slowed down, and it was like, there was no more for me go checking every like Wednesday and Thursday for comic book day
Yeah.
because everything has stopped. Comic
Yep.
books, DC and Marvel just stopped. That's when
They
it
were
How
was
still
we
like,
did
making
it
them, but
because
they weren't
we
printing
do
as
the.
many.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Walton. I didn't mean to cut you
I
off.
thought they were still making comics. They just weren't printing as many because I know like reprints and stuff like that were getting pushed back.
nah,
Well, there's
I remember
DC,
them. They didn't have paper to print. They
yeah,
weren't getting
DC,
their paper
yeah,
shipments.
DC
I remember
paused.
that.
DC
Yeah,
had
they
paused
paused.
for a while. They
Yeah.
came out with
Yeah.
one or two books, but it was a big pause in DC. You know,
You know what I remember is going to the comic book store and then like they shut down completely, right? And they made an Instagram post going like, "Hey, we're opening for 2-3 hours on a Wednesday. Just letting you guys know if you guys want to stop by. We know that COVID's still around." And I swear 100 people showed up and cops came. They were like, "Hey, you
Wow.
guys need to disperse because there's too many people here." And the comic book store
Yup.
got in trouble, and they were like, they started letting us in like 2 by 2s, and
Yeah,
oh,
I have a
remember
similar
you
story
couldn't
with
get
that.
a barber. You couldn't go to the barber shop.
yeah, man, I remember that.
And you know what I
Yeah,
used to do? I should tell my barber.
I can't say I do now.
Oh, Florida's different, Joe.
But I went to my barber.
No hair, Walton. Hair. I have no need for a barber, Walton.
Oh, okay.
I went to my
Flew over your
barber,
head like a plane.
went to his garage. He had a chair there, and he had certain people because he still had to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? So he
Yeah.
would have certain
Barbers got hit the most.
he got his
Well, one
usual
of them.
customers, and they would go to his garage, and we had to pay him. We had to pay him extra money now. You had to-
Yeah,
it was double now because he has to make money. You have to understand. So
Joe, I didn't know
My
you
neighbors
until
started doing
2020,
that.
so I don't know when you lost your hair.
I've been shaving for years
Okay.
before it was
My-
fashionable.
My comic book store, I remember you had to call the owner because like Rashid probably know the ultimate, not the owner, I'm sorry, the manager, and then he'd just be like, okay, it was almost like Best Buy. The store was closed. You called them and they'd be like, what time do you want to pick up?
yeah.
And then they'll come and they'll open the store,
And hand you
get
the
your books, and put it in your trunk. They won't even touch you. They'll just
Yeah,
put
they
it in your
won't.
trunk or your back door, and then you just drive off. Like, whoa.
Yeah,
No,
so-
Big Blue
Rashid,
was fun too.
really quick, I got the Bill and Juggernaut, and like they were desperate too, though. Like they were like, I think it was like $600, and I was like, I'm not paying $600 for this one. And I was like, hey man, so what's the deal with this one? He goes like, give me $400 cash and I'll sell it to you. I'm taking a huge loss on what they typically do. But yeah, man, they started doing deals with everybody. If you had cash, they were like, we'll sell anything to you. And I was like,
Well, you know how many restaurants went under because of
yeah,
COVID.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
before they
Yeah.
built the outside. I don't know
a
where you guys
ton.
at, but they had to make the outside
Patio areas,
restaurant
yeah.
right. But they had to lay off the employees and whatever food they was just takeout. So they wasn't making. So you had to now. That's why when you go to the stores, it's always tip. They always got a tip on the thing. Or do you want a
Yeah.
tip? You
Yeah, I
know.
Yo,
remember
Starbucks,
that.
they be like, you could pay, drive off, and that app be like, hey, did you want to add a tip? Even though you paid and done it, you drive off. It's like your last order. You can
They're
feel free to
smart,
tip
man.
more, you cheap ass
Yo, if you
motherfucker.
go to Boston Market right now, it says, "Do you want to leave a tip?" You know.
Yeah,
They
So
flip that screen around, make you feel like all they
And
judge
yeah,
you.
and
I
it
tell
make
them,
you
yeah,
feel
stay out of the groups. That's my
yeah,
tip.
it make you feel like how you give them a tip, and sometimes it's they make it where the machine you have to pick a tip.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So so you get your receipt. And I just usually put 18 and just give me take $2. Give me my shit. I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
That's what I used to do with my barber before COVID. I'm just sort of like, if you have reasonable prices, I'm paying the same amount regardless. If that price is way up there, your tip is lower. If it's your tip is higher, well, this is how much I'm paying for a haircut. This is what I budgeted for a haircut. But this was pre-COVID. I'm just sort of like, oh, this place nice. Oh,
And
you
I
get a
think
big tip.
I think also if cops pulled you over, as
Mm-hmm.
people would have signs saying,
Oh
"I'm just
yeah.
letting you know I have COVID," and cops be like, "All right, go ahead, go ahead." You know, that
Yeah.
was the easiest way of how people was getting out of traffic.
Man.
They would put signs saying, "I'm just letting you know I got COVID," or they would show them a test. I got COVID,
Yeah.
and the cops would be like, "What?" And they were like, "Nah," because a lot of people was dying, so they
Yeah.
don't, But
A lot of people. Do you guys remember, like, someone, I mentioned this to somebody, but remember in Jersey, they had so many bodies that they couldn't put them inside, like, those,
Yeah,
like,
they had like like temporary like
that
freezer
was
units
Brooklyn. That
for
was in Brooklyn
bodies.
too. That
that
was
was
in
in
Brooklyn
Brooklyn
too.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it in
They had
Jersey.
they had and I don't know if it was a rumor. I don't know if it was really true, but I remember they were saying they was not even doing funerals. They were just burning the bodies. And I was like, how they just, people just not gonna let that happen. But
Stop
they
it.
was running out of room in the morgue that they had to put them in a freezer truck
Yeah.
for the bodies.
I saw
That's
that.
usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
usual.
casual,
Like a
you brave
container
about
thing.
talking about COVID on YouTube. Doesn't that get you just
Oh,
automatically?
really?
No,
Oh,
not anymore. It
Not
was for a
anymore?
while. It
Okay.
did actually get you
As soon as
banned
you
if talked
mentioned
about
it,
We're back to being an actual democracy now.
oh my goodness.
Oh, I actually found a cool clip. Like when this whole thing first started about COVID. This is back like the first couple weeks. But watch this.
Now to growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S. Here's what we know. A Washington state resident fell ill after returning from Wuhan, China, where the outbreak began. Officials now say more than 400 people have been sickened and 9 people have died. The World Health Organization is holding an emergency meeting right now.
You guys remember like that every day, like the CDC.
But that's the thing, dude. Like, this is why I'm gonna be very careful because I got thoughts on this, and I don't think I don't
No,
think
it's
I want to
okay,
do
yeah.
it like right here because yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot that went into this whole shit. Yeah.
Sam, let Casual keep his channel, man. What
I
do you have
know, like
against his channel?
that's why I'm like, yo, I'm like,
Save it for tomorrow. So.
I'm keeping my tinfoil hat. I'm leaving it here in my
yeah,
drawer.
I'm not even going about
It's
this on
here.
my channel. These
here.
are like, yeah, it just I've had very very strong thoughts on this.
Do y'all remember when you go to get vitamin C and they was all sold out?
Yeah, man.
Go to
Toilet
GNC,
paper,
vitamin C was sold out. But what I used to just do was I will always, because they would take your temperature at the hospital, and I was like, I know one time I felt a little woozy, and I was just worried about any type of temperature. So you were all, and it was hard to get Tylenol. Tylenol they would put in the front because people were stealing the Tylenol and stuff. It
You
was just
couldn't
crazy.
get. You remember they was like buying up toilet paper and all of this shit.
Fighting. They was fighting for toilet
Fighting for
paper.
toilet paper.
Oh, you guys remember?
It was
When
the
they
end days, baby. It was like,
when they took your temperature, they got that little gun. Every time we went to work, it would like put it right in your face and go like, "Let me
Yeah,
take your temperature
yeah.
really quick." I was like,
I
"Oh
would
shit!"
love
Look at-
I would love to know like anybody anybody here was considered first responder or like in the services, sort of like that's what I'm interested in because I was in a bubble. Like I work from home, so I wasn't feeling it as hard as other people would. But I hear from my family members of just sort of like it was rough because
You were an essential worker.
yeah, you were an essential worker. You had to be in there. You had to do the job. You had to make your money. You know what I mean? So like those who I feel for the people that was just like had to be in it where I don't have that experience.
What was it
I
like?
won't
The guy from New York who basically said, "Go get a job as a cashier so you can be an essential worker."
Oh man. Did you guys how do you guys used to handle your purchases, your deliveries? Did you guys wipe down your boxes with Clorox wipes and stuff like that?
Oh, let me tell you something. I'm be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel like I'm Wolverine and stuff like that, but I don't
Hmm.
know. I just being around all that. I know I had it, and I feel like my system is strong. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I was like in the heart of
Well,
all
not
that.
everyone is genetically predisposed to actually be affected by it. Essentially,
Right. So, and there was
That's what I'm
some people, yeah, people that had preconditions of, that could hurt them. I didn't have that, but I was,
Comorbidities.
people were dying though.
Remember when they were saying if you got the shot, you wouldn't get it, and everybody that was getting the shot was getting it.
This is what I'm talking about, son.
They were like, "Hey, if you get the shot, you won't get it." And people
There's
were
a
still
lot of misinformation out there that I don't want to say anything
and you know
because
what?
of casuals.
There's a lot of people that
Oh, look at
are
this! Look
long.
at that! Oh my god!
Yeah, Silver Surfer. Look at that.
Oh
it's a
man,
large Bowen.
This
he look
is
like-
awesome. It's a statue.
yo, he looked like he's on a brownie.
Yeah, I'd paint. I love that. I'd just paint that portal though. Yeah, I'd paint that.
There's a
I
Hulk.
mean, why does he have a sewer pipe in the middle? That's my question.
Because it's a city.
Downtown. Where's the fire hydrant?
Because even Silver Surfers have to have some kind of sewage system to poop.
That
Yeah,
Hulk
I will
looks pretty
take the
good, though.
kit and repaint it. I will
Can
chrome
you
him out.
blow that up, Cass?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Hulk looks.
I like that surfer.
Our guy
Yeah.
Emil Carfong did this. He did both.
Mr. Carfone.
I don't like that Hulk
Really?
at all.
Of course
I
you
think
don't.
it has
Walton.
different switch outs.
It's the face. I don't like that portrait.
Hulk.
I think that portrait is a little. It looks like I
Yeah.
don't know what I want to say, like Frankenstein's monster or something.
There's a couple.
I
they have
totally
a couple different
respect Emil,
portraits.
but I agree with Walton. I like the
That's a look
I
to the
like
old school.
The body, but the face is
But it has
a little-
switch outs.
It's
You have switch outs like
Yeah.
I would be interested to definitely see the switch outs on there. Then.
There's different
Three
torsos on this
portraits.
guy.
3 portraits for Hulk.
Is this 1/4 or 1/3?
1/4.
Quarters. Yeah, quarters.
Okay.
But I do love the pose of the Silver Surfer.
like the
he's
surfer.
actually in
The
motion
surfer
coming
pose looks
forward.
good. I mean, but out of pure curiosity, I don't remember him having that little fin in the bottom. That's only on like real surfboards, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe it only
Yeah,
pops
it is.
out when
Pretty
you
sure-
surf on
pretty
the
sure it
street.
is.
Yeah, no, there's a switch out. You can
It's like a slot
switch it
car.
out. You can put an antenna.
You
on
know,
it if you
I'm
want.
looking at my bow and he has one. Yeah.
You got a spoiler kit switch out you could put on it too, so it'll be fine. Really cool.
Okay, so
Ups to 22s.
Here you go.
Hey,
Oh, where's Mark?
I think that piece is awesome looking. I'm worried because Art commented about how small that peg is.
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
is just a prototype, man. Like they even the paint is different on the finalized one.
Yeah, I get that, but they don't necessarily think like 10, 15 years in the future. They think 6 months.
Art
Well-
said like this is all polystone too, man.
Yeah.
dude, how many XM
do you-
pieces had like major like leaning issues? And this is an honest question because I never really hear since I've been in there. It probably was some of where they engineered it in a way that it caused problems for the statue in the long run, except for Iceman with his yellow ass ice. Other than that, I think
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out which statue may have had any type of leaning, but you gotta remember also one time Arch had the angel. And I think it's also the climate too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
the angel! I heard there was problems.
right, but
Arc had problems with the Archangel, but that was because of like actual production, not like
Like mine doesn't lean, you know, but I wonder if this is polystone,
like his
the
key was
venom.
messed up. I
It
think
is. It's
that's the problem,
full
wasn't it?
100% pure
Yeah.
Black
polystone.
Widow.
Who's to say they won't
That's
change
right.
that up?
Carl's right. Yeah. Black
The
Who's to
Yeah,
say they
Oh,
won't
X-Men
change
Black
that up
Widow had
in
a
production?
lean. Yeah.
okay. So then there's precedence. So then we should be worried. I just needed to know
No,
because
because
I'm
somebody
definitely getting
the
this
But
X-Men
that's
Black
all the
piece.
piece,
Widow,
too.
the X-Men Black Widow did have a leaning issue, not mine, but I did see
People
somebody's
report it.
Black Widow leaning. I saw that.
Hmm.
You know.
Did the white widow lean too, or was it just the black one? Do you
They
know?
didn't make a White Widow.
They ain't make no White Widow, man.
This one's not lean at all.
Y'all took that
But,
serious. That
yeah.
thing. I do like the pose. I just don't like.
Make that a Hulk statue and I'm in.
Yeah.
Making that a Venom Hulk statue.
Yeah,
maybe.
right. I'm like, there you go. You captured him like in all of its.
I'm just tired of that venomized,
And then you
that venomized shit.
venomize him.
I'm just
Take
tired
that
of that.
venomize up. Ring the bell.
Luke says,
Make
"I
that thing
thought
get
they-
off of him.
White to the symbiote Spider-Man.
They did. That's just a pre-production sample.
Oh yeah, they're supposed to add it right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they're adding
but-
it. Yep.
Who's to
they
say
added
they
it.
won't change the material of the Venom piece? You know.
Right.
I personally didn't know this. I'm going off what other people told me, but technically Peter didn't wear the Spider-Man costume when he was
No,
wearing
he
this.
was in underwear, but I don't want to underwear Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want that either, but I also don't want.
You don't want to
Venom.
make Spider-Man?
Time for some artistic license. Yeah.
I need to
I
get a
just- I
regular
also don't want
Spider-Man
a
first.
I
and
want
then-
Venom teeth on when the host is an Eddie. If the host is an Eddie Brock,
Dude.
why does he have Venom teeth?
Let me see.
Hey,
Go
I
down,
feel
Ken.
you on that. I like the sculpture. Let me see
You
the
know,
veins
Matt
in his
Gorgon
neck.
had Venom teeth too, right?
Who?
Matt Gorgon. The he
Was
became
that
Venom.
after he left Eddie?
Yeah.
Okay, well that changes things, doesn't it? Symbiote could evolve technically.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying
but
in
that's-
the comics when Eddie was when Peter was the host, he didn't have the Venom teeth.
Yeah. I think this is a piece where it takes inspiration off a very popular scene and just sort of has a very strong artistic take on it. And that artistic take is working for me. Like I like sometimes when things are authentic, but I also like
Just
when
looks
something
cool.
Just looks
Just
fucking
looks
awesome.
cool.
And I think this
That's
is
it. That's
cool,
it. That's
Joe.
all it has to click with
Awesome,
you. It
dude.
clicks with you. That's all. That looks fucking cool. That's it. That's all. That's all I need.
What do you guys think of the red on Spider-Man? Is it too
Looks good.
metallic?
I like
or-
it.
I like
I
it.
love it.
Pops.
I
Popping
like
good.
it. It pops.
Pops. Yeah.
Especially
I
off the
think
black.
like outside of the Venom teeth, I like the statue a lot. Honestly, I was even considering it until Art said all that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you guys think about this? It needs a switch out head. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I thought maybe Peter Parker's head, without the Spider-Man, head, you know, like he's screaming or something like that, or he's trying to like force
Yeah.
it off.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that'd be cool too.
Perfect.
I think the portrait they chose is great for a solo, but if I had the option between sculpt, multiple sculpts, or a seam, I'll stick with this one because I'm gonna stick to the best one anyway. And if I have the best one on there and it creates a seam somewhere, but you probably could hide it with one of those web strap thingies.
So is this your Spider-Man then?
Man, this
Yeah,
looks
it's definitely
really
to have a transformation, not like a sort of
It
this
is a cool
symbiote
piece, yeah.
with Spider-Man. Yes, I'm definitely gonna.
I mean, it's the
get
best
this.
XM Spider-Man, that's for sure.
Yeah, yep.
And I think this is the best
Wow.
transformation Spider-Man that I've seen, even in the customs. Like,
Yeah, but I'm saying
Yeah.
because of how small, short they said that peg was, and how far that it comes off his body,
Wow, look at it.
I would be worried about how much weight you're basically putting on the back of that statue.
Well, Spider-Man has to weigh a lot for you to put this
Yeah.
peg back in his back, and to see, my thing is, you see that part where it's going is going to right there.
Yeah,
I'm worried about
it needs
that.
a rod.
Right. If that's a rod, then okay,
needs, like,
cool. You
three
should-
Pretty polystone in it around that
It's
rod
a-
could break.
if it's a rod,
It's the
then
same concept as a cape.
Yes, I
Yeah,
understand. I'm
just
just saying the tension that is being put on that
Yeah.
one little piece. If it's that small, the
don't you
polystone
think
around
it'd be
it could
more
break.
support, Pudgy, if it had a rod? That it was a rod right there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. He said there was a rod. I think there's a little rod in there. He said it's not big enough. He doesn't think it's big enough.
Oh,
but
yeah, he did.
it is a prototype. So like
I mean,
if it
personally,
comes
for
out,
me, I
like
would want them to
this-
go the Prime One route, where it basically goes from the top of Venom's head all the
Yeah.
way through Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
What's the? Did they say the addition size to this piece? They said addition size.
I think it's 7,000.
Stop.
It says the top specs him is going to be $999. I don't know if that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, isn't it made to order? I mean,
that
like
bell
they do
is
the
nice
made to
though.
order stuff.
Yeah, but they haven't
Yeah.
even. It hasn't even gotten out of made to order yet.
Mm.
That the base is nice though.
Yeah, it got I got the cable and it has
also
those same
expensive,
exposed
knowing,
wire
like-
things at it. Oh, look at
Isn't this
that,
like
yo!
$1,300 US?
Look, yeah, that bell is dope. Look
See
at
the cracks? See the cracks in the
You
bell?
better convert it to Juan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might,
I'm
because
gonna
I
pay
don't
in Negroes.
pre-order. I just might just
Jesus.
pay this right out and just
Right,
forget
Paul?
about
Don't it
it.
look like an Asian bell?
Yeah. Yeah, like
It's
you'll
a
find
sign.
it like one of the samurai.
It's just like Jesus, Joe.
The
I do
bell
like how
tolls
like
for us.
different blacks on Venom too. It's like mattes, freaking slimy looking.
Well, I like
and-
the shiny glossy black because it makes you
Gloss,
think
too.
the symbiote's alive.
Mhm.
Yeah, it looks slimy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything Walton says, I
mean,
pretty much agree.
Do you
with,
guys think it
though.
would be better if the mouth was closed? You know, since that, or do you think this is just showing that it?
I think it'd be better if they just removed the teeth.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
I
if
like
you made
the
it a solid head.
I like it. I like it the way it is.
I
I
was
think
about
it
to
looks
say.
it looks awesome.
And
You
the
plan on getting
reason
the
I like
Jarhead?
it the way it
Yeah,
is,
I'm getting it. I already pre-ordered it.
I
nice.
personally, for me,
Good for you.
I want a Venom, and then I want a Spider-Man. I don't want a Spider-Man / Venom.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, this checks off 2 boxes at once. I don't have a
Mhm.
quarter scale Spidey or Venom. I have them in
Would
6
you
scale.
get? Would you get this, Pudgy?
It's a beautiful piece. I would be happy with it. Yeah.
Technically speaking, though, it's not Venom until Eddie's the host.
Well,
Yeah.
technically,
He's just
Can
saying
it just
a,
be
a
cool, Walton?
representation of
Can it just be cool?
yeah, the cool factor. You just have a cool.
Yeah,
factor.
you're looking too deep into it, bro. Have some type of imagination.
It's like
I'll tell
too
my
bad
oldest,
John's not here. I was going to give a car reference. This guy's like this in the car. Because the guy's like, John, you can play this back. But like in the car hobby, there'll be a guy who does a perfect restoration of a car. Like, all right, I'll give you a 69 Chevelle. Okay. But the guy will use a bumper from the 70 or something. Now, it looks beautiful. It fits. Everybody looks at it and thinks it's gorgeous. But there'll be the one Walton who says, that's the wrong bumper for that year. And therefore, I don't like that car.
Wow.
The only
The guy
thing,
spent $70,000 restoring it, but it's the wrong bumper, so I don't like that car.
the only thing I say about this is I wish that they had the blue. This should show some more blue.
it's a little bit.
Oh, you
of
mean in the costume?
Yeah, I think that because
Yeah,
look at
a little more
he's ripping,
contrast.
he's ripping the torso off. So I wish that they showed
like
the
around here
blue.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Well, they
show
put
some
blue.
Just
In,
a little.
didn't I thought it was like a blue undercoat originally because they showed pictures when it was.
It was. They changed it last minute at that show.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And they did
Yeah,
add the little white.
When they put it up at that show, it still had the blue on it. Because remember they overdid it, and then at that show, it still had pieces of blue on it, and then they're redoing.
How'd it
it.
look? Did it look good or no?
See, I like my Venom black, man. I don't like all this blue highlights.
No, I mean the blue
no,
for
he's talking about
Spider-Man. Not
Spider-Man.
blue for
Spider-Man,
Venom.
Spider-Man.
No. It was blue on the Venom. Sorry.
It was blue on the parts that were symbiote.
I was saying that
essentially.
because where he's ripping Venom off, his
Yeah.
arms should be. I think that his torso should be. It should be off all the way down to his waist.
Do you think that you'll be able to see that very well with black and blue? Like
if you make the blue like lighter pop a little bit, not too light, but just enough that you can see that this is Spider-Man's costume, I think it'll work.
I don't like the blue highlights that around Venom's eyes. I mean, the symbiote's eyes. I think that looks kind of janky.
What else don't you
about
like?
the
Walton?
face is the,
Yeah, you
what
can
I
hardly
love
I
see
don't
about
like
them.
this. It's like a weird blue looking thing, but
Oh, the symbol doesn't bother me at all. It's just the weird
The
like
blue
highlights they
symbol?
put around the eyes. It's
those
just like
teeth,
the edge
though.
of the eyes. I don't like that.
Why I like
Yo, it's
that
hardly any
portrait
blue in there, bro.
specifically is because the reason I like that portrait is because it doesn't look like he's just taking a picture. Like it looks like he's like trying to resist, and his mouth is twisted,
Yeah.
trying to resist strong ass spider.
Well, I heard people complaining about the jaw, and
Yeah, Alex
there's-
complained about it.
there's no bone structure there. Like there's no he's
Yeah.
not over
Right.
a face,
his
right?
head. Well, that's why it
It's a
looks
slime
like
ball.
that. It's like slimy.
oh yeah,
There's no structure to it.
Yeah.
Well, it's
So
supposed
then that-
it should, but isn't that correct then? Shouldn't it be like that though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's what I think. And I
Oh,
think
okay.
people were complaining about the jaw like looked funny because he's like this.
Yeah, they
His jaw's
made
out of
him
shape.
sound like he is a little slow.
There wouldn't be a structure there anyways because he's around his head and that's the structure for his head.
Personally,
I
for me though, just remove the teeth and then we're good.
I wonder how many other companies gonna make a Spider-Man. Like I wonder will PCS do a Spider-Man transformation.
If they made that peg go all the way from his head to his toes and they removed those teeth, this would be an instant PO for me probably.
You'll still hate it, bro.
No, I like how it looks. Like outside of the teeth, I love how it looks. I just be worried about the structural nature of it, and I don't like the venom teeth.
Well, hopefully when they go to mass produce it, they make the whole thing out of lighter materials because that's what they were talking about before was making it out of lighter materials, and then this one just happens to be sculpted. So I don't know if they're going to change that down the line or what.
But Jarhead, can you imagine the packaging on this piece? Like I would hope that they would go lighter because can you imagine those tentacles?
Yeah,
breaking. It's just crazy.
And that's one of the reasons why they said that they weren't going to do polystone was because of that. So,
but they
I think
decided
this is just a prototype.
Yeah, because I think people will complain if it's not polystone. They're gonna find a way to complain about it because it's sort of
as long as you can maintain the structure of what you're going for in the sculpt, whether it's PVC or polystone doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? When it's going to shipping, you gonna get it broken, so it's gonna matter to you. They should use I think how Detective Comics, they did the cape for him. I think it was like kind of a flexible. I think that's probably the safest material for this.
As long as they do it with detail, like because some of it you can see like around the edges, it's textured really well, and then the ones that are up towards the back in the middle, it is not as detailed as the edges. So as long as they're consistent with it, then
as long as with X's packaging, you generally rarely ever get breaks. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hey Piggy, do you like this one?
Yeah, I like it. It's not for me. If I collected like symbiotes or venomized pieces, I would get this and I would get the venomized Hulk to go with it. I think the paint looks good. I actually like the whole scene that this picture is painting. I like the artistic license. I definitely, if this was something I was collecting, I would probably have PO'd it.
Yeah.
That Carnage Absolute actually goes really well with that Hulk because they're looking at each other. When I first seen the Carnage Absolute one, I was like, but then when you see them together, like
I'm
one's
so tired
doing
of this
this
venomized Hulk.
I don't want it. I want a normal Carnage. I don't want the Carnage with the swirl on his forehead.
I agree. I'm
the
more of a fan of the regular one. But those teeth where it's like venomized teeth, like I don't want a symbiote Hulk. But if we're just talking about the quality of this piece, look at that mouth, dude. It's freaking crazy.
I actually like this piece.
Crayons? What?
Yeah. No, I love it too. It's just I wouldn't get a venomized Hulk without getting a Hulk first. Look at that.
It's trying to distract me so I don't talk, apparently.
Yeah, look at that.
Ever see? Hate. I'm kidding.
Buck leaving.
Yo, Buck, what do you think, man? You've been very quiet on your Spidey man.
No. I wasn't here when you guys started talking about it. I wasn't here.
Let's see. All right, we heard Walton. Now let's see who has the most hate on this piece. Right? Give your opinion regardless. Go ahead.
I like this statue.
Oh.
Hey, I'm disappointed with Rashid right now. Look at that.
I'm waiting for the butt. I like this statue.
Slow clap for Buck.
Wait for the butt. Wait for the butt.
Wait for
the butt. This statue.
I like the butt.
The thing that was holding me back was literally just Spider-Man's eyes. Mm-hmm. But the more I look at it, the more time I wait, I'm like, that's not a good enough reason not to buy it. And so the reason why I'm not buying it is because of the price. I'm hoping.
What's the price on this?
It's like $1,350 to $1,400.
Yeah, it's not cheap. It's one of X-Men's more expensive pieces. I imagine they're considering it 2 characters, so that's how they're.
They are having an early pre-order right now. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I'm just hoping some people will regret they bought this and I can buy it.
For a way cheaper price
just
than the
talked
early
about this,
pre-order
right?
price.
Buck's a statue vampire, hoping people just sell shit for cheap.
Yo, that's why I love the high ESs. I don't know why you guys are like, yo. And either way, this piece, it looks good. It's really good. There's a lot of things some people don't like maybe the Venom's face. I don't mind it. I think it's like it looks that way because it's like what's the word?
No structure.
Some like dazed, stunned, or like it's kind of disfigured right now because it's like coming off his body.
And the
That's
bell,
my
right, Buck?
interpretation.
The bell rang, so his face is probably. Still
Yeah, I get that, but if you go back to the comics, he didn't have those teeth.
And so like with that being like that, and even like the fact that Spidey is wearing the suit underneath, I thought it was inaccurate, but like
the suit doesn't actually bother
artist's
me.
interpretation.
Generally for me, it's not necessarily about whether it's super accurate or not. It's if it looks cool, and I think this looks cool. It looks.
No,
cool.
I like the suit because that's how you can say I have a Venom piece and a Spidey piece. But at the same time, I just really don't like those teeth on there.
Cash, the hater's balls. The hater has spoken. He hates so much.
Wow.
Oh man.
You guys know this guy, right?
Hey, it's the Tim's picks.
So Tim got I think it's Iron Studios, right? The 1/10
Yes, Iron
scale.
Studios.
Oh, that's that 110, that big ass 110.
That's a big ass 110.
Looks good.
She's not big, but yes, the Phoenix is.
This thing is what? It's for something, right? It's like almost $500.
Yeah,
I don't think it's that price. I thought it was 300 something.
I think it's $400, man.
So
That Phoenix looks like the Phoenix from the books.
my question about this piece is, if you are an X-Men collector, like I think she's a 10th scale, I feel like this piece will tower over your other 1/10 scale pieces, but you can't display her with any other size like a 5th or a quarter scale because then she'll be too small. So this will have to be a standalone piece because how do you pair it with the rest of your...
No, you can
the
because
Sentinels that go along with this piece.
them.
The Sentinels that go along with
Towers
this piece
over
towers over them. So I mean,
Yeah, but does it make sense for her to
Yeah.
be fighting Sentinels?
Yes,
I mean,
Put her on the other end of the shelf. She's on the other end of the shelf. She's in another time zone.
Put it in your
You guys
bathroom,
don't
Walter.
see her as a centerpiece around some of the other 110s.
I
because
do.
It's not
Absolutely.
that she's exactly because it's not that her body is super big. It's that the impressive
The
Phoenix.
Well,
But you can put the
I think
normal
the
sizes
statue
around
looks
her.
nice.
Yeah.
Like I'm not discounting the statue. I do wish it wasn't clear resin. I wish it was the XM way of painting fire.
Yeah, I agree with that. I hate to agree with Walter, but I wish it was.
Sometimes you have to do things that you don't like them like.
Hey, even a broken clock is right twice a day, you know?
Come on, Joe. Jeez.
I love the hair on that piece. The hair
Again,
is
I
really
think she looks beautiful. I think for 1/10, this is a very good rendition of Dark Phoenix. I just don't really like the clear resin that they used.
I like it.
Anime
If you
does
backlight
clear
that
resin
piece,
very
it'll look
well.
amazing.
He did that too. Yeah, it was really cool. I think he put a video out.
Backlight the resin, and it'll look fucking fabulous. It'll look like a light up.
You're right. I mean, because the Balrog looks amazing when it's lit up, but
What do
looks
y'all think?
terrible
What
when
do you
it's
think about
not.
that sideshow Dark Phoenix? That one. I never really looked at it. Like, what do you think about this one?
The portrait is bad.
Yeah, the portrait's really bad on that one, but everything else is
Bad as in bad. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, not bad meaning good.
I
Not badass.
actually like this piece. If I could get that like Phoenix from Sideshow for like really cheap, I'd
$300
repaint the portrait like around there, shipped or less. I would strip the paint because I think the sculpt on the head is really good. It's just the paint that's holding it back. So send it to someone good. They'll like plus it, and you have a really awesome statue.
I really think that's why I bought because I never really wanted I never liked the first one, but I really think the last Jean Grey that Sideshow did, I think that piece came out like.
Oh no, that's a nice piece. The one
Yeah,
Casual had that he got repainted.
Yeah.
But I already had the XM Dark Phoenix, so for me, like that's my Jean Grey.
You're my Jean Grey.
This is what it looks like when it first arrives, like in pieces. I thought someone said, like, did it break on you? What happened?
Yeah.
A bunch of pieces for 1/10 scale. That's a lot of pieces, man.
Mm-hmm. Yo, did that come with straps? When they shipped imagine the first 110 statue to ship with XM style straps.
Maybe.
Aya Studios makes their pieces out of resin, right? Not polystone. Not like.
Ooh,
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what the materials they use.
It looks like it based on a portrait, at least.
Cold cast porcelain. Just kidding.
That's only something XM.
Just kidding. Isn't that the same shit as
All the same.
polystone?
I think it's all the same shit. Different names.
This is Brenton's Hot Toy. I never knew they made a crow for Hot Toys.
Damn, what are you doing to the community, Casual? Stop.
That looks pretty good.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
though.
that's Brandon.
Turning everybody into hot toy collectors.
That is Brandon Cruz.
Oh, the crow in the back. That's pretty cool.
That's great looking hot toy.
Oh, and here you go, Buck.
Mm-hmm.
The no sheets in my bed.
Oh wow.
What are we looking at?
Oh, I'm seeing something that might be a blemish.
Oh, Spider-Man. There he is.
That's the death of Gwen Stacy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Goblin like up in the sky above the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hot. Yeah, that's hot.
That's the
I love
and
it.
the eye, the bridge of the eye is look.
The
I mean,
bri-
the
the
bridge
eyes
looks
of
like
the Brooklyn
Spidey
Bridge.
eyes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is this what they call a mondo?
Yeah, it's a Mondo print.
Is that yours, Buck?
Yeah. It's pretty big.
You working
I
on
got
something?
it. I got it yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's nice.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
You weighing it down with a knife.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
figure out
I
all
just
of the
try to
things he's
find
got. He's using to hold it down. With we got. Let's see.
Got some brass knuckles and 45 magazine.
Oh man.
Wow.
So, how like, do you like it, Buck, a lot, or a friend gets it?
I you know the thing, I never would have gotten this normally because I didn't get it off Mondo. You know, for the longest time I forgot that Mondo sells prints, so I generally haven't been paying attention to them. I'm like, when it comes to art prints, there's a lot of stuff I like, but I only collect Spider-Man. And
My man.
like, so I just have like a bunch that I don't even display. But this one I found on eBay for like below retail shipped, or like right around there, and that's why I bought it. Actually, no, I sent the guy an offer and he accepted it real quick. And it's a really good print, especially for the size. The price I paid is fantastic.
You gave him the Phoenix special, didn't you?
Sorry?
So you gave him the Phoenix special, didn't you?
Oh man, I crackheaded the shit out of them.
The receipt price?
Oh, I got the crackhead price.
Come on, man. Give me them cheese. I got cheese.
Oh man.
You guys cut your neck like
Rashid, if this was our show, we would have got him right there.
Yo, we would have slayed you, Buck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have mercy on you right now, man.
and I was still salty when I got charged the tax.
Come on, Crip. I got two cheeseburgers.
So for all of you exclusive casual nerd problems, yeah,
Yo, what
we got
Buck
some
said?
crackhead clips for anybody
Buck
who
said it
says
with
crackhead
pride.
price.
Yeah, he said with pride. I crackheaded the shit out of him.
He turned that shit into a verb.
Yeah, action word.
Got some crack on you.
One thing about this picture, what I really like about it is how everything is in the black and red, right? But they have Gwen Stacy depicted completely in blue to show that, you know, to represent her being dead. I like how they make her stand out in that. And then, like, if you see this picture at first glance, like, I glossed over it and didn't even really zoom in on Spider-Man, but then the blue pulls your attention to it, so you can kind of make out what's going on, and then everything pops out at you.
I'm blue because her body is cold, lifeless, and dead.
Did she die on the Brooklyn Bridge? Is that? Because I don't know.
That's pretty quick.
Did she die on the Brooklyn Bridge?
I don't believe
Yeah.
so. Were they? Or were they close to the part of the fight what happened here?
No, she fell. She fell and he rescued. Well, kind of like in the movie scene.
Yeah,
the movie scene
but
was fairly.
was it on the bridge?
Yes, it was on the bridge.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I don't remember. Not actually like on a roadway.
He was fighting Hobgoblin over the bridge, and he dropped her basically.
Wow.
Hobgoblin
Green
or
Goblin.
Green Goblin?
Green Goblin, sorry.
I was like, where Ned at? Where Ned? Where's Dirty Ned at?
So I asked everyone to put up their first statue they got, and this is mine. Like I mentioned to you guys, the Juggernaut, and this is Danny Lee's. This jackass got this Obi-Wan I've been looking for a long time. This is the Mythos line. I love this piece. It's crazy.
Yo, I bought that piece and I sold it and I got it right back.
Man.
I probably would have done the same if I sold it. Yeah.
This is one that I'm only getting 3 Mythos statues, but I'm thinking about that Yoda. But the only one I really want is I got the Asajj Ventress.
Batman would have never let his chick die.
Come on now.
Nah, that's not true. Batman always loses.
He let Jason Todd get his brains beaten up.
Go say that to Robin right now. Go look at Jason Todd in the eyes and tell him.
He would have been smashing Gwen Stacy right now.
No, as Batman, what happened to his back when he met Bane? Come on.
Ask him. Ask him.
That's soft.
Ask him.
That's real soft what you just said.
This is Bowen's Dion's first pod.
That Iron Fist, dude. Ooh.
I think that MODOK. I like the MODOK from.
I want this.
I love that display. You're right.
That's a hard to find Bowen.
Yeah.
With the AIM agents.
Do you think Sasha would take the chance to make MODOK?
No.
Not after that last
one. What about X-Men? You think X-Men will make a MODOK?
I think
they could.
Sometimes I think that the Ant-Man 3 is probably going to put a wrinkle in those
but they'll make him smiling with his arms open wide. Like
I think if Sasha did it, Martin Connelly would be a good candidate to do it. You know.
Yeah, man.
These are old school, and then Evan shared this one. This was his first piece.
Yo, that looked like you, Crippler.
Godzilla's got lipstick.
Wow.
Hey,
they got this one too.
What is going? Yo,
I remember that.
It's me, Evan is dope.
Yo, that looked like Hulk got some cheeseburgers.
Yeah, he's offering some cheeseburgers right now. Get my burgers.
Cheeseburgers, man.
And you knew this was right?
That's Cinnabites, right?
Yeah. Cinnabites.
Yo, that movie is so demonic, bro. I give him credit. I could not have my house like that, man.
I like that Hell Priestess statue.
Yeah,
I had that piece too. Yeah, I had that piece. It's a nice piece.
I just don't know if I can sleep with those lights like your ass.
Jaden shares this
the
one.
darkness.
I think this is a sideshow too, right?
Yeah, sideshow.
That's an old sideshow.
It looks cool.
So patriotic.
Yeah.
You know what's good about it still? Because it's the classic Iron Man suit. That's what I like about it. So.
Doesn't the XM captain, the original one, have a American flag as well?
I think it does. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, but the way he's holding it, and it's just classic Iron Man. And I like that it come with the you can hold out the helmet and have Tony Stark's portrait.
Perfect.
Yeah. Is it the 70s Tony Stark or is it later to 70?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a 70 portrait or 8. I don't know.
Okay.
You have the goatee and everything.
Iron Man just looks so cool.
This is Jimmy's first statue.
Jimmy
Vibranium gems.
Wait, is that Hydra logo on the actual base, or did he put it there?
I don't know.
No, that's a Hydra logo.
I don't know.
It comes with the statue.
Does it come with the statue? Is what I'm saying.
Yo, go to the tip.
Is that
of the
Ant-Man on the arrow?
Yeah, I was like, go to the tip of that arrow, son.
Yeah, that's a famous cover.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's dope. But did that come with it, or did he mod that?
There's Jaden right there. He's got the EX as well.
Oh, okay.
That's what's up, Jaden.
When you gonna get some Dragon Ball Z in your collection?
Don't do it.
I'm loving all of these first statues. They're like Iron Man. You don't see a lot of Batman.
This is Keith's
no,
statue.
get this shit out of here.
Is that Keith's first statue?
Keith's. I think it's Iron Studios.
It's a
that
movie
explains a
piece.
lot.
That's his first statue.
If that's Keith's first statue, that explains a lot.
You mean I'm wasting my time arguing with a child?
Mama, look, it's Thanos.
This is this Luke's.
Yo,
yeah, he's got shredded Popeye behind it too, which is weird as hell.
Yeah, I'm more impressed with the Popeyes than the whole.
I wouldn't say impressed. It looks like some sort of gay male model.
Jesus. Why?
Look like you Walton on steroids.
Watch yourself, Walton. Now below me now. I mean down.
I am's what I am's.
You know, a lot of people. You know, a lot of people never seen that movie. Popeyes
With the Robin Williams one.
But yeah,
no, like that's what people don't
You have
get,
to
dude.
watch
Popeye was the first to just flex on that Viagra, son.
He was, yes, man.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he'd be all skinny, and Olive be like, "Let's go." He'd be like, "1 second, let's go, Olive." Olive oil. Could I pay you on Tuesday for a hamburger today?
I think Wolverine is so underrated, man.
What's a great Wolverine?
I know.
I don't like the Sentinel hand beneath it, but I love the Wolverine.
Yeah, no.
It's cool. And then
what's behind him, I love even more. That
oh yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah, she's awesome. It's one of like the best female portraits in like the last, like just overall statue last few years.
The way they did
her silhouette, dude.
Piece.
Her silhouette is so awesome. Even like
the way they
The
did
only
her
problem I
hair.
have with X-23 is same thing I have with Wolverine is that's I don't want a Sentinel hand.
Yo, what do you got against Sentinels? Show us
I
in the
think it's
door where that Sentinel
overused.
touched you as a
It's just
child.
overused.
Oh,
It's like Danger Room bases.
This Iron Man looks
it's
very
either a
interesting.
Sentinel piece or a Danger Room base. It's like, can we not have them facing like other, Marvel?
No, you know why, Walton? Because as soon as they put the Brood on the base, they be like, "What the fuck is that? That's not metal." And then they don't find a statue.
They do.
Just
they
like
do,
that
they
Cyclops.
do overuse the Sentinel hand, though. I gotta agree with him.
But what do you guys think about that Cyclops? Because LBS Cyclops, because as soon as they put the
That's
Brood
why I
on it,
bought
they
it
was
because
like,
it wasn't fucking. It wasn't
There you
Sentinel
go.
or
Well,
Danger Room.
much respect.
See, I thought Prey was gonna be about this Predator right here, because I thought he was like the most elder one. But it was
that's the next movie, I think, right? They're talking about the part 2.
No, the
yeah,
next
but
one's gonna be the
I
Grape
figured
Street.
it was gonna be about him though, the Prey, because it made sense because he was back in those days, So I don't know.
Yeah, I think in the next movie they're gonna have him.
Oh, okay.
Really? Which one
Yeah.
is this, Precious?
He's elder Predator.
Oh, the elder.
He's the one that was it part 2?
Yeah, he gave Danny Glover the gun.
Yeah.
Oh.
That gun is in the movie, I think, right?
It's in Prey, yeah. It's the end of Prey.
Yeah, and that's why I thought it was going to be him.
So Prey is now the first in the timeline. It's
prequel.
one, then I guess Predator, and then Predator 2. I want to watch those in that order. Yo, get down, Ellie.
I hurt myself today.
That was perfect.
Casual Nerds Problem. Watch the full spoiler review.
Hell yeah.
Great. Black Joel and Brown Ellie represent.
Gotta watch it. Oh, then Cece, like she's on a Batman statue collector. I was like, oh, you're famous. Did a whole episode, like I think it was like 22 minutes, I think, of art prints. So it was pretty cool to see.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
She has like a bunch of
Check it out.
prints that she shows. It's really cool. And then we got Don's. No, sorry, Dion's. This is the guy like I look up to with like the Bowen collection guys. Like,
Isn't that some of the Iron Studio though?
This is Sideshow. This is.
I thought that Mags was the Iron Studios Mags. I might be wrong.
This one right here. This is old school.
No.
Oh,
No, it's Bowen.
That's the one I'm hunting.
That is
man.
a
This one goes
Bowen.
for good money.
Ooh.
I mean, he was just making, and I wasn't into Bowen back then, but whenever people go through his statues, he was making everybody. He was.
I have
Yeah.
just a lot better than the one you
They
have,
did that
Casual.
green
Sell the one you
suit.
have.
Look,
Check
he
out the
has-
X-Force.
And look
Yeah,
at
the
Havoc,
X-Force.
right? And look at he did Havoc to the left, down.
Middle
I
round.
like that.
Warpath.
Yeah,
Geo has that Apocalypse, right?
the Dazzler.
Yeah.
You see that Dazzler? The Dazzler,
Yeah.
she's on the ball. I think
I like that Bishop. The Bishop.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right there. Yep.
I would like a
Wallbone.
Dazzler though. I would like a classic Dazzler.
Oh look, it's Nightcrawler without it, some weird armored suit.
This looks crazy. Oh, is this? What is this?
That
Jubilee?
Jubilee.
Yeah, but is that a Bowen? I don't think Bowen made that one, right?
Oh, I have no idea. I
It
wouldn't
might
want
be.
fireworks girl.
I'm not sure.
I think
It might
could
be
be
custom.
Yeah,
It might be
could be
custom.
I wouldn't buy a representation of Jubilee. I don't care about her.
So what's the what is the what's the most expensive Bowen that's out? Anybody knows?
It's
Probably
this
Surfer.
guy.
Shit.
This
It says
guy.
Surfer's one of them.
Surfer.
Is that Havoc's first costume or is that his second costume?
It doesn't have the jacket. I think this is the first, maybe. I don't know.
I think
can't
that's
tell
his
you.
first.
He had to have that costume because he couldn't control his power at first. So that's the first costume.
Right.
Okay.
That round thing in the middle was the way he could
Focuses
control his
his-
costume.
Just
And then
harness.
later on, he was able to control his power. And he got a different costume.
He stopped
Yeah.
being a bitch like his brother.
It says Surfer and
The
Thanos.
Thanos on Throne is expensive too. So expensive.
Oh, I
is
like that. You see that X-Men logo in the back behind the Sentinel?
No.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the one with the heads.
Yeah.
I like that green suit.
Oh
Rogue
yeah, I
on the
haven't
bottom
seen that.
right.
That was really
Oh
cool.
God, it's Sunfire, the guy who
Comic
never
cover.
gets shown.
No, so that Thanos on Throne from Bowen is expensive too. And
Oh,
when I
is
say
it?
expensive, it's like $1,200 to $1,600.
Which one are we talking
And
about?
they had pain issues too. That Thanos on Throne. Some of them had pain issues. So
Is that where he's sitting on the
everyone
chair
mint
where
is
he?
really
That's a chair that he's supposed to fly in.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's not there right now, like in this.
No.
Okay.
It's not in this picture. Yep. Someone asked what's the most expensive one. Might be Diamond Gallery Premier Collection, the Jubilee. Oh, okay. That makes sense. The colors pop on that thing. The Bronze Hulk. Oh, yeah. So the Bronze Hulk, I think it's like $10,000. Like it's made out of pure bronze, I think, last I remember.
Wow.
They use actual bronze for real?
I think so. Jose probably correct me on that, but it's like straight up 10,000 G's for that thing.
It's
Can you
crazy.
go to the rogue on the bottom
1,000
right
G's for a
when you get a chance?
Bowman?
That's a cool. I'm sorry. What'd you say, Sam?
When you get a chance to go to the rogue on the bottom right. Zoom in if you can.
Oh, it's the old rogue.
Yeah, I love that rogue. I had that skin in a video game over Heroes.
Jim Lee costume or go home.
You purist.
What? Purist for Jim Lee? Come on, man. Don't say
Look
that.
at his magic, man.
Yeah.
Purist would be burned and
Ooh,
conquered.
that magic.
Yes,
Ileana
there you go.
Rasputin, baby.
It's pure bronze on that thing. That Hulk he mentioned earlier, but 10 G's for that thing.
Yo,
Scary.
anybody ever seen a X-Man statue? Nathaniel or Nathan? Just
No.
X-Men.
Actually, I think there was a custom, like a couple.
Quiet your mouth, Carl.
Jim
You're in the minority here. Everyone likes Jim Lee.
I remember reading that XM, that book, like after Age of Apocalypse, they did a run with just X-Men. He was just always so sick, but he was always so powerful. And then I just like, everyone I talked about it was like, that shit sucked. And I was like, oh man. I was like, I loved it because he was different. But I think it was mostly because he was like so OP.
You guys read what he
Having adult
says?
money.
I love having adult money. This guy's name is Ephraim.
Adult money's
Oh
cool, but
man,
adult
someone
stuff
posted
sucks.
this. Have you seen this, Rashid?
Yeah, I didn't know what I was trying to figure out. What are they? Just panels that they've just framing?
Yeah, it looks like just panel artwork from panels of the
that
ships.
It was like
Gotcha.
wings or something.
Oh, NYC's doing it. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
I'm 100% with you, Jose Alicia. I know what he did to Chris Claremont. Punk ass Jim Lee.
Shut it.
Oh, you guys see this thing? This thing looks
Wow.
I like that armor detail.
Is this is a custom?
custom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jose likes Scuba Steve Cyclops. I don't think you should agree with him.
Oh,
What do you
wait,
think I like his armor on his arms, but what do you think about the paws with the legs? What do you think about the armor?
Let's scroll down. We're
Let's check it
securing
out.
our man. Let's
I
go
think the
down to
cape.
page.
I think the cape should be longer. I don't know. Like He looked like
I
he got high heel
agree with
shoes on.
that. It almost looks like it almost looked like a
Yeah.
half cape.
He looked like he got Uggs on, man.
I like
Woman
Franco's.
Fungus in that them big red boots.
the
I don't,
boots
I don't
are
like the
fine.
forest green they chose.
Look
I
at
don't
that.
think
Look at that. They the masculine doom right here. What's going on here, man?
No.
Come on.
No, you can't. You don't have a leg to stand on owning that white knight high boot.
Do you like the forest green though?
Son. I'm just saying.
Yo, bro, your storm breaker sucks.
Sam,
Yes, I can't.
do you
see
like
right
forest
now.
green Doom, or do you want him to be lighter like in the Franco?
Look at that. That's cool.
You know what? I look at his boots. And I'm being serious. I definitely don't like those elf boots. They look like crazy. You know, I really think Sideshow. A lot of people keep making Doom, but I still think the new Sideshow Doom is pretty good. You know.
Yeah, if I owned the sideshow one, I wouldn't get this. I know they're trying to do the.
Jose, I'm not going to
Sideshow.
argue with you because you were like
Conscious
Jerry,
McGee.
and there's no point in arguing with you.
Yeah, see, it's a different age group. That's all.
Yeah, look at the Doom. Like,
Hey, so
Everybody looks
like
at
that.
it
Look like Laffy Taffy.
Supposed to be like
That's
that
supposed
stuff
to
they
be
use
his
on-
seal.
Oh, that looks
Yeah,
terrible.
That's the seal.
Wax
I know.
seal.
So yo Walton,
That's a
now
wax
you
seal
know
you
how
use
it
when you-
feels when you're the one in the chat and everybody's like, I'm not even gonna argue with Walton.
That part right there
I'm
looks
just
hot.
gonna go.
Can you imagine if Infinity Studios did this bust like that?
There's two
wow.
different head pieces to this too.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, there's a different kind of style of mask.
Do you
Also,
think
I
it's
mean,
when you do
what's with the
something this
texture on his
close?
face, on his helmet, his hood, or whatever you want to call it? It looks weird.
Are you ordering this Jarhead? You got this coming?
I've thought about it, man, because I need a Doom.
You don't
Why
have
the
one
new
yet.
Franco
Okay,
piece
so
that they were talking about, Jarhead?
What Franco piece? The LL one?
Yeah, the one where he's pointing out.
It's already sold out a long time ago.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
So
The
which
one he's
Doom,
upstairs?
if you want to market?
Yeah.
So you see this
Yeah.
one, you see the sideshow one, and if you had the opportunity to get the Doom on Throne, which one does Jarhead get?
I don't like the material. I don't like the mixed media.
Mixed media, gotcha.
So that's the only thing that stopped me from getting this new Doom. Because I don't like mixed media at all.
Alrighty, guys, we made it to 97. 3 more. 3.
Oh, yo, when we get to the road,
You said a giveaway, right? At 100, like a LBS.
yo, no, what?
Give
Anybody
away a
who
free video.
No,
A preview.
anybody who subscribed before the show starts will be entered into $100 gift card.
Oh wow!
What do you
Okay,
call
I was
those
just
things?
kidding.
No, I mentioned that on somebody else because they were hanging out with us so late, and I just gave them the heads up. But you've been doing so much with your community to get me this far; they should be aware of it too. So, like, yeah, whoever subscribed, and I'm not blasting this everywhere. It's not on Facebook, but for all of the people who's hanging out with us this late too, they get to know that, like, hey, it does give the numbers, but bigger than that, I just want to also show love to the people who, without even showing one video, believe in Rashid, Critical, man, Shane, and myself to try to get this show going. So we want to give something, get you guys in there. But yeah, man,
I just wanted to pop that up really quick.
I appreciate it. See, that's my boy, Casual. My homie.
I think I'm not too familiar with this thing. You guys know about
Galvatron,
this?
baby.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen the cartoon?
Never. Well,
It's
I don't
from
remember
the
this.
Transformers movie.
Don't get it
It's
twisted.
Megatron. He gets killed or whatever, and he
Yo,
gets
Kaz,
transformed
you never
into-
see Transformers the movie?
I've seen the
Megatron,
movie. I
but
just,
yo,
The
I don't remember.
I'm
animated
getting
movie.
this.
Unicron turns Megatron into Galvatron.
Wow,
Yeah.
you gotta watch
Okay.
Transformers the movie. That
Too
changed
many
a lot of
Trons.
that changed a lot of kids' lives, man. That messed up a lot of kids, man.
Oh,
It was a lot of violence for a car. Am I lying though? It was a lot of violence. A lot of people.
I wouldn't
man,
say there's a
no.
lot of violence, but it is.
Yeah,
I think
That's
Unicron
because
made
that's because you're used to
Megatron
violence,
cool after Galvatron. That dude, he always needed somebody to hold him. I was just like, why they taking orders from him? Yo, sound
because he turns
wave,
him
you
into a
run
tank,
this.
doesn't he? Isn't that what Galvatron is? Like a giant
Yeah,
tank?
If
or
you
whatever?
really watch it,
Yep.
and you count how many people die in that, you'll see that it was a lot of people was
Oh, I
dying.
haven't seen Transformers
Optimus
movies
Prime
since I
died.
was-
Huh?
I said I
Optimus
haven't
Prime
seen
yet.
Transformers, but I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
Yeah, that's why they came out with Rodimus. But Rodimus was a punk ass. Let me not.
I like Rodimus Prime. You shut your mouth.
I like him too, but let's be real. This is one of the reasons that Optimus died.
Yo, casual. Watch. Transformers the movie, man.
Yeah, there's the
Well, I gotta
toy.
watch it.
Oh, it's not the
They-
toy. It's the smaller
I
statue.
love that sculpt.
They got the female one coming out after this one, right?
RC baby, yep.
One
Yeah,
of the best. One of the best parts is when he sees Starscream after Starscream do him.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Polly's
They
just
got
like
an interview
Bruce
with RC of like how it is to be the only female bot in a sea of all men. It's on the
Yeah, but the part of this movie that sucked was when they brought in the humans. Like, I don't know.
yeah.
When they had that little annoying kid and his dad.
The only thing with this is he's supposed to really be wearing the matrix around his neck.
You can put it around his neck.
I don't know.
Yeah,
See
so
how
this is
short
like
that-
loose.
Yeah, that's like
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be on his chest. He's supposed to be wearing like a gold chain. around his-
I think you could. Can't you put? I hope you could put.
I
it
love
like
these
that for
pieces. I'm just never gonna add is like Batman and X-Men. That's all I'm collecting. I'm not going beyond that.
I really like. I like this even better than the first time they teased it, because they had the gun posing. It was straight out, right, Rashid? It wasn't like this before. And there's
The gun was like a little bit
camera.
bigger, and it never separated. It stayed closed. When they show him like blasting it, like they showing it open it up, and it doesn't do that. So
Oh, that's 30 inches down there.
see where
Or
show it. Yeah, it's not supposed. The gun not supposed to open like that.
Well, no, XM always modernizes stuff to a certain degree.
What XM said is like, shouldn't it open like that? They said, yeah. It's like, okay, let's do it. I really like this. Look, I love
He's on like part of the remains of Unicron or something.
No,
I think it's supposed to be Cybertron, but I don't know.
Oh, the base you talking about?
The horns are Unicron.
Yeah, that's what I
Are
was
they?
asking.
Nah,
Yeah. Okay.
Unicron's horns are much bigger than that.
To my knowledge, I mean, they had another base that was already like this before Unicron, before Galvatron. So I think it's supposed to be Cybertron, but I could be wrong.
That's what he transforms into in the bottom right there.
Yeah.
Hey,
This hangs.
hey, Piggy, you gotta get out of here.
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you having me on. I always love
Yeah,
being
man.
on with you guys. Definitely check you guys out next time. Have a good
Okay,
weekend.
man.
Later, Piggy.
Easy,
Have a good
Piggy.
night,
Yes,
man.
well, Piggy.
Keith is the biggest hater.
Who's the biggest hater?
According to that poll, it's me.
Hey,
We'll do it again.
at least you're known. At least you're known for something.
Your
You're good
name,
at something,
Walter.
dude.
Your name is
Walter.
Dr. Hate. That's your name, Dr. Hate.
Not Dr. Fate. He's Dr. Hate.
Dr. Hate.
Yeah, so this is cool, and Gotham Cinemites did a cool episode with the Murder Machine from XM. He had I never heard of this guy, the Incredible
Demetrius.
Him. It's Demetrius. I got to see a little bit of it, and he had an issue with the base, and he got it repaired. Those. This is a badass piece, man.
Yeah, surprisingly so.
Yeah.
I didn't think much of it when it was revealed, but seeing it in the video, especially with the other swap out instead of the outstretched arm
Yeah.
on the other blade,
With
I
the
prefer it
blade,
with
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I
still
think it's a
wouldn't-
nice piece, but the problem is a lot of the metal pieces that XM did are bad, at least in my opinion.
This is supposed to be like a mixture of Cyborg, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Batman,
Cyborg
Cyborg.
with Batman. Yeah, it's like
Gotcha.
that part of that metal world.
Alfred does it have the consciousness of Alfred, or does it have the consciousness of Bruce Wayne?
Oh, he didn't explain that in the
I
video.
believe it's
in the
Alfred.
t-shirt.
Wow. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a good review. You know him, Demetrius?
Nope.
Buck? You know?
That was just it's Tim, like Demetrius.
Demetrius. oh, my bad.
Demetrius.
Okay, okay.
Like, did you guys seen the metal? Oh gosh, like the Dawnbreaker looks awful in my opinion.
Snap
The
Black
Dawnbreaker, yeah. I'm not.
But yeah, so he just
Like,
had
all
that-
their portraits have like weird lipstick on them. It's just like why
I
would
would
you?
love Terry to. I don't know if Terry did this. Yeah, I would love to once he gets them all to just sort of rank them as somebody who's like super
Oh yeah,
passionate about this.
he
piece.
puts a score at the end. You guys gotta check it out. But yeah, he scores them at the end.
Oh, he did one where a video where it's just his top, however many.
Oh no! He scores each one. Like he gives you a review and he
Okay.
scores.
Oh, he scored all the individual metal pieces so far.
This one, I know he did. I know he did it for this one. I don't know about the other
Because
one.
I was not a fan of their Batman Who Laughs nor that Dawnbreaker.
Yeah. And then
that new Batman Who Laughs coming out from XM, the one that's basically his form after he becomes Darkest Knight.
You mean like the King Batman Who Laughs, or what they call it now?
That one. I think that one's a good piece. I think out of all the ones they've done,
I don't like the
probably
base on that
one.
though.
Yeah, I don't like the base either.
Yeah, the base too.
I mean, I know the comic book where they took it from, but it just I think it's just a little too much, man. You know,
like the character is really well done, but I think the base is bad.
So this one right here is gonna be for Pudgy. Terry thought of Pudgy when he saw this.
Yeah.
Gonna
Don't think of me and a Kia in the same fucking.
Yo, let's guess. Yo, the next segment for you, casual.
I got a truck for I
Guess
got a
what-
truck. Dude. That's what carries my wood.
There we go. Guess what car the
Oh.
collectors drive. We'll go to
Right.
see what kind of car everybody.
I don't
Kinda
like
what we
those.
talking
I don't like
about,
those
Joe?
Kias, man. I had one in California.
No, that's
I
Wood
don't
Bunny.
Yeah,
no.
You press on the gas pedal, Rashid,
And it makes noise.
Yeah, yo, I do
just
not
makes
like that.
noise.
You know what it is? And I took it because I always tell them, give me a black car of a Malibu. And they only had a white Malibu. Not racist, I'm just saying. And so all they had black was a Kia, and I regret it. I said I should have got that white Malibu.
Malibu.
Oh, white Malibu makes people think you're a woman. You're not gonna think you're a guy.
Nice.
Did you guys see this thing?
That's
This
nobody
thing-
rolls anyone.
This is the crazy that Doomsday with Superman. Someone already.
Oh, yeah, they're
Somebody
repainting
painted
it. Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
Really?
What's the Superman called? Prime or what?
This is Prime One, but like I don't know what
No,
it's called.
no,
No,
this
it's a
version of
Superman.
Superman. Like,
Oh,
Not sure.
So did
Yeah,
they
it's Superman Prime or Lord Superman.
did they repaint? Are they
Superman to
painting?
you.
Do they paint reflections, or is that
What-
just reflections of
where-
like the plastic?
Where does Lord Superman come from? Is he
The future.
Like, oh, okay.
He comes
bad?
from Krypton heaven.
He's bad.
He's a lord.
I don't think so. I think he's still a good guy.
Gotcha.
He's from Flatbush.
Flatbush, New York.
Lord of Flatbush.
Man.
This
Yeah,
thing
that
is-
dude got like 12 abs. The fuck? 2, 4, 6,
Justice
8.
Lord looking for Superman. Yeah.
Justice Lord.
Yeah, I thought that was
How
cool.
arrogant
So
of
this
you,
is what I was talking about in the beginning, where the hype. If you guys are going to catch on to the hype, so this is Hot Toys, and John said this is a re-release. I didn't know it was a re-release or repaint. I think. A freaking 300 edition size for this one in the U.S. It's gonna sell out really quick, I'm sure.
Yep. The Mark 7 was one of the most popular Hot Toys. When I was collecting, it was around the time when it went low on stock. And,
Did this go up
but
for
this
order
is a
yet?
different color. It was.
I think it's this weekend, but like, man, like a lot of people are saying like it's gonna break Sideshow's website because people are gonna try to get this thing.
Yeah, if it only has 300, yeah, I can see that.
It's gonna break it.
Didn't that happen sometime recently?
Not only last time it broke was just the Thanos
Okay.
Rome.
So
That was it.
I like how on the Avengers sign it has like a bunch of different Avengers like outlines and stuff.
Oh, I just saw that. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
I thought there was a
Black Panther's
recent
right
like Hot Toy piece that took the Sideshow website down, and because when a bunch of people were complaining that they couldn't buy it.
Oh yeah, it was the Sideshow Superman, the one that looks like Christopher Reeves.
Really?
Took the-
I don't know.
no, but
I was gonna say, I was like, what?
everybody.
I'm not too
runs
sure.
that.
I do remember that
They
too,
couldn't
Walton.
believe
Actually.
it. Oh. See, having
Like,
the
this
original,
motherfucker,
right?
what's he
It's
talking
like
about?
this looks cool and everything, but it doesn't. I'm like, I already have one. But yeah.
There was some recent limited toy.
Oh, here you go. Captain America Stealth Suit. That's what it was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, a
Different guys.
bunch of people were bitching they couldn't buy it. It broke the website.
It's funny. What's the point of an ES if they just re-release it?
Yeah. Yeah. What color paint? What are our paint options? Re-release it. We got so many different colors we can re-release for days.
Constantly about it. And then I was gonna see what Trey thought about this. So edition size, he announced the edition size on this thing, 150. That's really low, right?
Me.
Yeah, it's really low. I mean, most XMBCs are much higher than that, but I already bought this.
So he's doing the blue team, right? First, he said on here. So he's doing what? Cyclops, Wolverine, Beast.
So far, what I know he has in the pipeline, I don't know when any of them are coming out.
Storm was on the gold team, I believe.
Yeah, he has Storm, he has Rogue. And
so the blue team should be Cyclops, Wolverine, Colossus, Nightcrawler.
I just know he said he was making
Gambit.
He was making a Storm. He was making a Rogue. He was making a Wolverine.
She was blue team.
Hey, listen up, Jay. Bring out that Spider-Man. Do it now, please. Like,
listen up, Jay.
First name basis right there. Jesus.
Yeah, this gonna take up a lot of space having a whole line of LBS statues. Boy.
Yeah, but I like this so much more than the XM Cyclops. I know it's very similar, but
much more detail. Like if you look at, I know you're right because I have it, but this one is way more detailed than that.
It's very similar to what XM released, but I think at the same time it matches the classic costume more. It has the detail you want, and
I don't know. I guess
it doesn't have the weird leg and like feet. I mean, leg and body proportions.
I guess it reminded me too much of the XM one. So to me, it's just to me this is just a 1/3. So I'm good. You know.
Carl, get that brown Wolverine out here. Yellow and blue only. Tiger stripe.
Carl, talk to Jay for me, man. Tell him to bring out the Spider-Man. The people are waiting, man.
He already showed you the finger and an elbow. What more do you want?
I want the fucking pre-order, man.
Yeah, it does look like the same statue. I mean, that's what it looks like.
It's the same pose, but it's not the same statue because it's not on some rock slash.
I said it seems like it's the same statue.
But yeah, when you have the A and B, and the A and B is pretty much mirroring the.
But again, the leg and upper body are in proportion, whereas in my opinion, on the original XM, it was not.
Man. Keep bugging him, Carl. Keep bugging him.
Yo, when Walton likes a piece, man, he demands it to be light.
Yeah, he's like,
this guy.
Oh man, no! When I told him,
Hitler makes it eat. You will like it. You
when
will
I
like
told
it
Walton
now.
that I prefer the white
he's
suit
like,
Wolverine, he was
when
like,
the other one's not
"You crazy? You get the this and that," and I was like, "I just said I prefer it."
No, he said, Rashid, shut the fuck up.
Even though you're away from me, Rashid, shut the fuck up.
I can say from here.
Well, I thought you liked comic book accurate.
This is very close to comic book accuracy, though, by comparison to the original XM.
He didn't have to touch his visor at this point when he was shooting his optic beams.
You know what? I don't care.
Dr. Hate didn't like that.
That's not comic accurate.
This is Walton right
He's
now.
accurate.
Right now, he's saying.
Walton's gonna fuck you up right now.
He's like, Jarhead, don't bother me with facts.
Right now, he's on that screen saying hate.
It's just the version of Cyclops I like. It's accurate to that Jim Lee, so I'm gonna like the piece, I guess.
Except
My
for
nostalgia.
the hand on the visor.
Shut up.
He's just adjusting it. There you go. That's good.
There we go. Hey, that's what I mean. Sometimes we could get in the weeds, and I know people appreciate like sort of like the original stuff, but sometimes shit just looks dope, and you just buy it if it does.
I agree, Crippler.
Like my thing is this: it's a brood. One of the things I guess I have a problem with also is a brood base. Is everybody gonna be a part of the brood war on their bases?
Oh, I have no idea.
Sinister is supposed to be going with this piece, right?
With
it's supposed to be him. He's supposed to be facing off with Sinister. There's like Wolverine supposed to be facing off against Sabretooth, and I think Apocalypse is facing off against Archangel.
Will there be a Goblin Queen in Gene?
I doubt. I don't know if they're gonna do
I
Goblin.
doubt it.
Mm. No.
I'll
But you
stick. I'll
ordered a
stick with
swim,
my
huh?
stick with my 1/4.
Yeah. What I heard they was doing, like just straight up, I got some background information. I'm just gonna say it right now. They got a vampire jubilee coming up next. Don't tell anybody. She got fangs and she's married to.
I already hate it. Hate.
And if y'all believe that, I got some water to sell y'all. Just kidding.
Got
And
a Brooklyn Bridge to tell you.
it's like everything is just sort of like like the worst. It's just sort of like everyone got their take of I heard that this, and I heard that this, and I see.
How did Jubilee even become a vampire? Like,
Blade Bitter. She was older, so she went. Blade and her was chilling.
This is post Jim Lee, right?
Blade don't rape girls, man. Stop it, man.
That's why I said she was older, and she was like, "Listen,
I'm
tired of being a little
2010 Marvel.
And they kept this as canon, like her as a vampire. That sounds.
Yeah, I'm just saying this is 2010 Marvel.
I thought that was stupid, Buck. I never understood that story, and I think she had a kid also. Did she have a child?
she had a kid. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
Blade
it just
did
was
dirty.
to me. It just I thought the story was stupid, man. You know, because I felt like Wolverine trained her a little bit when she was in the desert with the Reavers. It just I don't know.
I got a secret. All Jubilee storylines were stupid. Yo, this feels good, Walton and Buck.
Hey, you can have the crown, Kirkland.
Yo, Walton is Dr. Hate, and Buck is Sinister
Mr. Hate.
He's Mr. Hate.
Okay.
Buck is Brother Hate. Brother Hate.
Brother Hate.
Brother Hate.
God King of Hate.
Brother Hate.
Haters ball.
Oh
man, hate.
Man, you. Nah, let that guy play. That's me talking to Walden. You corny.
I can see Walton with a little top hat and a little jacket on right now and a gold chain.
Oh, man.
Next, say something while I'm talking is getting shot. Please
get him, Walton. Show us Buck now.
That was perfect.
You're about to get demonetized.
It's okay. Oh man, that was great.
Oh man.
Queen Studios with our guy. Secret
Which
Sanctuary.
one's the real person in this show?
Right?
I can't
Isn't
tell.
It's a great bust of Jeff.
I know that Jeff Delaney bust is on
Is that
point.
Sideshow in the background?
No, that's Infinity. That Jeff is definitely
No. I'm talking about the Iron Man.
Are they making that Iron Man to sell? The Iron Man right there?
Wow, I didn't see that. I don't know.
Wow.
Because it doesn't look like Queen Studio quality for that Iron Man.
Yo, that Loki looks dope.
I wonder how much you have to brush his hair.
No, it's
looking like that.
I think probably twice a day, but it should still be good.
Yeah,
Patrice O'Neal.
He's pretty funny.
Sadly, Patrice is dead.
Yeah.
Our guy Jeff got this.
The way you said it.
Did you guys like this piece right here? Did you guys like this piece?
Let me.
I know I got a lot of hate because of the portrait, but the freaking
I wasn't a fan of the portrait.
The ladies in the back, though.
Look, Grogu looked like he got somebody
Grogu
kidnapped.
looked like, please don't let me go with this, Luke. You don't know what this Luke is capable of.
Remember, Pudge, you remember the different strokes with Dudley was like, he tried to touch me.
What you talking about?
Oh, Grogu looked
No,
like
I can't unsee that, man.
He does look sad. It looks like
he
it
does not want to go with
He
Luke. I
touched
tell
me the
you
wrong
that
way.
much.
I don't like him touching me.
Yo, there's a reason why Luke ended up drinking that blue milk and became a hermit.
Yo, he looked like Jeffrey Dahmer.
That
Yo,
don't look good there.
That Luke looks like he has nothing right planned right now.
he looked like Jeffrey Dahmer. Look at him. He looked like Jeffrey Dahmer.
That look like he got hit in the head over and over with a bag of quarters.
You want a Coke? He look like he want to offer you a drink. Want a Coke?
Yes, I am Luke. Yo, I love that Moon Knight right there, dude.
Is that Bowen?
Oh, it's Bowen, yeah.
Wow.
Yo, Bowen, you did your damn thing with that. I think this is a
Why you guys think
vibranium
that
gem piece.
Sideshow never made a Moon Knight? You know, I wonder why they never made a Moon Knight.
Well, I guess they didn't, right?
It's not popular, right?
Well, even when the series came out, they didn't make one. The series was pretty popular, I thought.
Like they made what's the guy with the skull who
Etsy
fight like,
Grogu.
who could fight like Captain
Taskmaster.
America?
Taskmaster.
Yeah, they made Taskmaster,
And they
you know,
probably regretting it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, you ain't told me they gender swapped this. We would have went with
Nah.
Moon Knight.
It's like they're trying so hard to sell that Taskmaster, and it's still available. And I think
Yeah,
something
but-
gets that shit.
Why you think that Taskmaster's still available? You just think it's
Because people don't want different characters. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Here's some more hate for more hate for the channel right here.
Yo, much respect. Much respect. No, this is pure Spider-Man love.
First of
love,
all, where's
love.
where's the other page where he pushes Spider-Man off of it, takes his fist and put it underneath his chin?
Hey, I don't see that page right here. This is what this is all I
Hate,
see
hate,
right
hate,
now.
hate.
Man.
This is all Jose.
Ooh, get out of here, Nightcrawler, you little bamf.
Hate.
Yeah.
Come on, this is
Slaughter
crazy.
He taking Nike, taking a.
First of
Yo,
all,
he
he's
would
not-
beat up the whole X-Men.
Come on, man. First of all, no.
Get
He's
your
not doing
bamfing
that.
butt out of here.
Stop
Man,
it.
first of all,
He's not
yes.
doing that. He is not. Doing that. He's not doing that, bro.
I mean, what does
He's
Wolverine
not
got?
doing
What
that.
does he have? What does he have? What can he really do to Spider-Man? Nothing.
What are you talking about? He has a mantium. He has senses. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
He can also like.
No, Buck.
Adamant's
Buck,
not going to
Buck,
save
rip-
him.
Buck, go play with your J&D Barbie doll.
Yeah.
Ooh,
hate,
that is a
hate,
hard
hate,
counter
hate,
right there.
hate,
Once
hate,
somebody
hate.
says
Oh
that
my
to
God.
you,
Hate,
then
hate,
where do you
hate.
go from there? Like
Come on,
that's
give
the worst thing
Nightcrawler-
you can call somebody
give
is a
Nightcrawler
J&D
his-
person.
Give
That's messed up.
Nightcrawler his respect.
Hey,
Look at this guy. Look at
Yo,
this.
look at the scope
We
on
lost
this
this
thing.
guy.
Styling.
We,
Yeah.
Yo, look at that
I love the
smile, man.
I know. I
Yo,
love
he
the
got the
proximity
exclusive por-
pieces.
He got the
the-
exclusive
the-
portrait on. Too.
Yeah. Oh man. I know it got to switch out peace sign. You can do the fist too. And then
Yeah.
also the drinks come with it.
The exclusive.
Those are the bonuses though.
Look at the exclusive portrait.
Yeah. But what do
You
you
see
call
this?
the Afro portrait, Rashid?
No, that's the regular. That's the regular.
The
That's
regular
the
one, but
that's a collector's
Cash
edition.
Morales. Oh, man.
yeah. This is the Canali scope though, I think, right here.
Martin Canali, yeah.
Yeah. You think
What
it's
dr-
gonna
what drink is that,
you think this is gonna sell out?
Well, I don't know.
It's not going in my collection.
Anybody got this on pre-order?
Oh man, you guys are something else. Man. What time is it? Oh, this looks good, man.
Yeah.
Iron Studios right here.
Do
Somebody
you want
just made a
do you want
noise.
MCU Scarlet Witch though, or do you want comic Scarlet Witch?
I want a
I
comic.
want
So you
comics.
want
then.
MCU
I'd
if you're
rather
buying
comics.
this.
Is this
I
quarter
got
scale?
I got the hot toy.
Quarter scale, I
Seems
know.
like it.
It's
My hot
expensive
toy.
too, isn't it? It's like $1,200, isn't it?
What? For 1,200, this is not worth 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather the comic book one anyway.
Yeah.
She looks good though, right? The portrait.
The portrait is good, all right, but you see the level of detail on the costume. That's really good, and then you compare it to the like messy, muddy hair, right?
It's just-
Yeah. So
You want to see a better hair sculpt versus, and like it's so muddy and soft versus the crispness of the texture in the costume.
Yeah,
I
and there's
think
a
that's
slight,
like
there's only a slight difference in color to where this harness thing, whatever you call this thing she got on her head, it almost looks like the same black parts
As
extend
the
to the hair. Like
Yeah.
if you look at the hair closely, it just sort of like you see those black streaks,
Yeah.
and then you see that.
I would rather see her in the outfit that she had, where she was trying, like it looked like the classic Scarlet Witch costume, and it was just like the silk gloves and the cape that she had in the show. She looked really good in that.
Mm. No, I like this costume, but yeah, see, like the eyeballs
See,
are huge though, right? Or no?
when
it's
you go
not just
when you go to the other portrait, I mean the other photograph where she looked at. No, keep going. The other one.
Damn, sorry, Kevin.
Right there, that one. She,
This
I like to keep
Kevin, what are you
going.
talking about?
I like a cheekbone and stuff like that, but I'll take
The
comic book
lighting.
any other day. Yeah, the lighting.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but like, dude, but think about how close this sculpt is. Like, you can tell this is her, like
Mhm.
100%.
Oh
Good
yeah, it looks like
portrait.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Good
I'm not
portrait.
saying that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just saying,
We
like this, the fact that, like we always talk about, like J&D and stuff like that.
what happened?
But
What,
this thing is, this is a good
what
scope.
happened to her in Doctor Strange now? Is she so?
She
Where's she
did.
at?
Oh,
She
spoiler alert.
buries herself in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, she
Until
did.
they figure
Okay.
out what to do with her.
Wow.
It's like, we need to figure out what to do with her. Just put her on some buildings.
Marvel
We'll
did
figure
that
it out
so they
later.
could choose whether or not to renew her contract.
Yeah, they were just like, let's see. We don't know how to write
Crazy.
stuff.
But that power junk is supposed to be from the movie, right? I mean, the TV
Yeah.
show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing, Kevin. We're sorry.
What the fuck?
What are you
What are you talking about?
This belongs to
Kevin's
Kevin.
pictures.
Yeah.
Kevin's pictures.
Kevin's picture.
It's cool. I like it.
I like it too.
But
Oh,
look what he's
guy-
collecting, though. Like, if you go back to his collection, it matches what he's collecting, right? He's got
The movie
Thanos
stuff?
back there from the movie.
kind of, but he's also got
He's got Cap
DC.
back
Yeah,
there.
Marvel wise, it
He's-
matches, but he's
Yeah.
got.
He's
comic
got what he likes.
Yeah,
Fuck everyone
that's-
else.
that's-
He's got what he likes with his money. Kevin,
That-
for everyone, I'm giving them a fuck you for you, Kevin.
That's the point I was trying to make, but you did it much more elegantly than I.
Yeah, I've given the finger on the internet. It's elegant. Yeah. There you go.
And that is not hate. So I can't do the hate.
That's love, baby.
I love that. You guys see this thing? This guy, I forget which one he just got.
I don't know. Lauren, apparently.
He said he got like a XM villain. I think it was Electro, and he said he got.
Yeah, Electra's the new one. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Man, that
Even
looks
though
awesome.
I think he should just. I know he probably. I don't know where he got all the space, but he should have put Thanos somewhere else and just made this all Spider-Man. I wish he would spread out more so he could just everything just be Spider-Man.
Is that custom portrait on Venom?
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's it's just Prime One Venom.
Nah, that's a regular Venom. What do you guys think about that Venom? Do you like it?
Oh man,
It's
before
not
I
my
got
favorite.
into it,
Yeah.
I actually like Prime One Venom.
Before I got into
you think
it,
the
I
base
really
is too
loved
big?
that.
You think that base is too big?
It's huge.
It's not
I
a
mean,
bad
I like
picture.
that base more so than the XM one. I don't like the clock
Yeah.
tower they created in the XM one.
No, I really like that Venom, that Prime One Venom. It's one of the pieces that I was like, oh man, if I was collecting at the time, I would have got that in a heartbeat.
I don't like that Craven though. I think that Craven's bad.
Damn, he kept
Right.
Craven away from the Sinister Six.
Oh, you guys see this? The Scorpion went for sale. Someone's
Oh
selling
yeah,
it.
it's
2,200, I think.
It's selling somewhat decent, but still expensive.
I'm surprised. What was the
resell
price, Cass? Because Brenton looking
It's
for it?
$2,400.
24. Okay.
Wow.
Too much, 99.
You think if I offer him $450, he'll budge?
He's not gonna take your crackhead price.
Oh man.
Man, that's that super. I got cheeseburger price.
I'm gonna start selling like my pieces like one peg at a time. Like you got the first 400. Okay, you get the arms. You make the next payment. I'll give you the scope.
Come on,
I like
man.
this.
Stop
I
it.
get the.
This piece
Yo,
is
you
nice.
almost paid off. That base is almost coming to you. It's like,
Yeah, this looks
I like
really good.
This
It looks
came
good.
out. This looks real good. Yeah, I like this.
Portrait is
Yeah.
crispy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
Oh,
is.
yeah, I hope
The
it comes out
construct
like
looks a little plasticky, but it knows to render.
Hate.
Doesn't it kind of look like cheap plastic?
It does. But I feel like every single Green Lantern with like any type of mechanics under it, it always comes out like that. Except for the XM one, the freaking
That new
Kylo,
XM
or
one.
what's his name?
Yeah, but I kind of, what you want it to be translucent? You figure it should be translucent.
I don't know. Add some texture to it so it doesn't look like a sheet
If
plastic.
you add texture,
Nah.
it won't look like an energy construct, right?
Yeah, that's the thing too.
I don't
Well,
know. I
make
just
it
like it.
translucent.
Some of them I like trans, but then some of them I like it solid like that. I don't know. I just like it solid.
Yo,
'Cause I think this
Keith
piece
is
is.
really trying
I think this
to
piece is hot.
turn Buck into the most hated. He's like, don't hold back, give in to the hate. It just keeps going. I'm just like,
Hate,
reading
hate,
this.
hate, 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 hate.
I got
That
this
looks
one.
good.
It's crazy. 1/6 scale.
Wow,
Right?
Leslie Nielsen.
That looks
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Custom art.
Yeah, they need to
Yeah.
get these people to start painting like portraits with statues, man. Like, come on, give us the quality shit. I don't want to be
Look at
sending
the
my statues
eyes,
to
dude.
Korea.
Those eyes are freaking me out.
I know, right? I'm just looking. I don't think I've seen eyes like that. Yeah, that's crazy. Holy shit.
Freaking me out.
So
That's
what is this?
interesting.
Like, is this a like what? What part of it? Where does this head go? Is it like a statue or one?
Is it a
stick or one
statue?
foot?
It looks
It's a
kind of
one, no, that's a 1/6.
Nah,
He
it's
paints
1/6.
1/6 figureheads.
Oh, okay.
Really?
He does custom work for 1/6 paint. 1/6 figures.
So is that just a piece that he got painted or something that existed already?
No, no. Well, he's got the assembly line going. It's for custom
Oh yeah,
figures.
Shoot.
Oh man, I saw this today. Psh,
Yo, why
someone
does he
finally
look like the
painted this thing.
Joker, bro?
Oh, look at this.
So-
He says
I think that's the light. That's the lighting and stuff.
1,300 euros. Dang. 1/6 figure. Dang. I love them, Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo.
But yeah,
This was like, where did I get a load of me?
There's one portrait with this statue that I like. There's three of them. I don't like two of them, but one I like. The way this is painted, do you guys think that it looks kind of like a watermelon? The outside, you know those watermelons that are like,
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Like the light green with the.
yeah.
You're right. Watermelon.
Yep. You don't think something's wrong with his face? There's something wrong with it. Like
I'm trying to put my finger on it.
his teeth or his mouth.
This
or
is
something.
the Franco piece.
He looks like he doesn't have teeth. He looks like those are his gums.
I think most people's complaint were the synthol muscles on this piece.
I think those traps are probably what's like making this holding his back, and his head is pretty huge, almost the size of his shoulders. Like his
I don't
head.
like
I
the
think it's a
jaw.
facial
Is
expression
this
for
this
me.
the actual? Wow, this is the actual piece. Wow.
Yeah, so this usually only comes like what do you call it? Just gray.
Kit.
It's just-
A kit.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Someone
I just-
finally painted it.
not a huge fan of the portrait.
Look at that base, man.
Dang.
Damn, he painted it on a truck bed. That's hilarious.
All about that bass. About that bass.
Yeah, that is kind of ghetto.
No, it's so big, man. He can't paint it in the back. So he gotta
It don't fit into his airbrush booth.
Kerry Woods represent.
That is cool looking though. I like the base. Other than
Yeah.
the weird shark they've got there.
Also,
Yeah,
wow,
It,
is that metallic? He mixed it with metallic. It's kind of pretty good. Did he use a spray can?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and he did
just
it
to
on
put
a
the
truck
black base.
put the
Right,
with
right,
a
right.
box of
Just to
scraps.
put then after that, you hit it with the soda.
Look at the water he puts in there.
Good job with the water too.
No,
Yeah.
that looks really, 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 really
And then you
good.
weathered the base too. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Some rusting.
Then he just
Damn, it's
like
huge.
If only it wasn't watermelon.
Don't Mr. X have this on order?
I think he did mention it. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
those
he already-
muscles
he already
do
sent
look
it
like
off to
they're
his-
inflated, like with
He
water.
sent it off to his painter already, I think, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He sent
So
off
this-
to S7 Customs, I think, is what he said.
How many of these? What's the ES on this? Like 50, 30?
No, smaller than that.
35.
Oh, there's a 3 scope.
Or like the General Ross sculpt on the face.
Is it two torsos or portraits?
Portraits, yeah.
Wow.
I like the one on the left. The
The
portrait
left
on
one
the
I
left.
would probably
Kirby?
use as well.
I don't like
Yeah.
Kirby. I like the General Ross, the Red Hulk one.
You like the Red Hulk? You like fake ass Hulks?
Look at that. That's
Wrong
not
with
game.
fake Hulks.
I look good.
It looks better unpainted than it did painted.
Yeah. I think it's just the guy chose for. Like, he shouldn't have done light skin Hulk.
Right.
A light skin Hulk.
You needed that avocado Hulk.
Lights. Look at that.
Yo, what up, Hulk? They dapping.
Here you go. Jaden did it right. Look at that.
Look at me outpacing Kisus. You got to bring him on so he can do his thing.
That's
Oh,
funny,
man.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
There's love.
It's good though. It's a good sculpt.
Oh, you guys realize it's like a whole new base too? It's like he hit the hydrant.
Oh yeah,
It's nice. I
quality
like
fire hydrant.
I like the gamma base more, but it's
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that. I like that
So
more.
it comes with 2 bases.
Yeah.
So do you think if he worked more on the mouth pause, you think it would work? You think
I
if
think
he
if he tries the other scope, one of the
I
other
just really
scopes.
don't like that painted. It does not look good painted.
The teeth, I think with the teeth, he left it too translucent. It should have gone more opaque with the paint.
Right.
And then he could have gone over it to make it look glossy. But I think he was trying to keep the translucency of the resin on the teeth, and that's why it
Yeah.
looks weird. Because some of
Well,
the
what about
colors
their
are
hair? You know,
Yeah, I could see that with
do you
the
think their hair looks weird too? I mean,
No, I like the hair.
No, the hair is just fine.
Yeah.
Here's a little Ferrigno hair, kind of.
I don't know. Yeah, like Franco will know much more about art and sculpting than I could ever do. But yeah, this one right here is just not. I'm not.
let me see. That's pretty
That's
good
Yeah,
though.
that looks good.
What
I
the
like
Yeah,
it.
I
fuck? Why
like
has
the
he got blue
personality from
eyes?
it.
I just realized that. Why does Hulk have blue eyes?
Context.
Yeah, he's trying something new. He's just sort of
Look at
like.
Buck.
Yeah, the translucent teeth
Buck
look
is just
really
looking.
weird. They look like dentures.
I have black exploitation.
Yo,
1970s Hulk.
Don't they look like
Oh, shit.
dentures?
Yeah, I
Seriously,
think
though, do they
Richard
not look like
Roundtree
dentures?
is the
move
Hulk.
up, go up closer again. I think it's pretty good, man.
Dentures.
Yeah, no.
You look at the saliva.
Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
That's from Benjamin.
It's pretty good.
What were you saying, Rashid?
You know, I like.
Now, I wanted to
I'm
get
looking-
close
more
up
look
again.
at
Let
it.
me see the tongue. Look at the saliva. That's crazy.
He wants to see the Hulk dentures.
That's pretty good. I think it's good.
That looks good. Yeah.
Well, you see what
His
I mean?
eyes are blue green. His eyes are kind of blue green, actually.
Oh, I know what's wrong with the
I
hair.
don't see green at all.
The hairline.
But I
is
hate
like way
Hate,
too-
hate,
It looks
hate,
like,
hate,
yeah,
Buck,
it
hate,
looks
hate,
like
hate,
it's
hate, hate.
sharp right here, like the hair just
Buck
sort
hate.
of like.
It
Damn.
looks like a
Look at
freaking
that.
toupee or a wig or something.
Yeah, it looks like it's just. bloop.
The hair does
Hey,
look
but
fake.
if it works for people, it works for people.
I
You know
think
those
it's-
old things where you had like that little magnet and you could take all that weird like pencil shavings and move it around?
Yeah.
That's what that
You
hair
know what's
looks like.
happening
That's
right
what it
now?
looks like, yep.
The spirit of Kisis has infused everyone on the planet. We need to banish him out, you know? That's what's happening. We're just hating on this statue.
I shall cast you out.
See, that's
I
the
think
that's
you
the thing.
hating. I think it's pretty good.
No, I think when people try to give like
That's nice,
criticism
though. That's
and it's
good right there.
people that they like, they get iffy. But those people want the real criticism for they don't like it watered down.
Yeah.
But so like if I'm talking to Franco about it, I'm gonna be real with Franco, and I think he'll appreciate that versus like it looks great. It looks great.
Oh,
looks
no,
great.
of course, of
I
course.
figured out what's bothering me about his mouth. He
Yeah.
has no upper lip.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah, see, and that's constructive criticism right there, right? Because that's something that
Oh yeah.
bothers
That's
me.
I finally figured out what was bothering me about his mouth. He doesn't have a lip.
Yeah, exactly. So
Sure.
like
I
there's
see
things like that where he could say that he'd be like, "Fuck you, Sam. Fuck you, Jared. That's how I want it," and that's great. But all we're saying is like it just doesn't work for us.
I don't know. I think it's pretty. Well, when you just show that picture of the foot, I think that's pretty good, man. Yeah, come on, that's deep.
There's
Look at that.
there's
That's
aspects
hot.
of this statue that are great, and there's aspects of it that doesn't really hit the mark for me personally.
I don't like the jawline.
Do you guys know how much this thing costs?
Too much, not enough.
But yeah, it's the hair and that's why I would love to see the other sculpts because it's just the hair for me and the mouth.
But the jaw doesn't look that bad when it's unpainted somehow.
Yeah, see, I'm not a fan of that mouth.
It's not bothering me
It
as
may
much.
not be. It may not be the sculpt. It may be the paint. It may just
This
be
makes
the
so much
paint.
sense to me. This is from the
B4.
movie. Who is this again, Pudgy?
That's Commando.
Commando.
That's
yeah.
Commando, and that's Alyssa Milano.
Yeah, that's not C.
No, that's okay. Maybe but the one below
The
is
girl
Ripley.
is Alyssa Milano.
Yeah, but the one
Oh,
below
yeah,
is
that
Ripley.
was a great movie, Commando.
That's Ripley.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I never.
I don't know if it's still a great movie, but I remember it being a great movie because I ain't see it in a long
But when I
time.
was a kid,
Let off some steam, Bennett.
I used to think that when he was carrying the tree, it was like a real tree, and he was just like the strongest person alive. I used to think it was
remember that.
real. Oh man,
It's like Contra.
Oh, that's so nice.
Edwin,
when you
You're not gonna start saying like pump and everything, Joe?
when you leave them strawberries sitting in the back of the fridge.
Stop it.
When you leave
Stop whining, Walton.
Hey.
Oh, the new Little Mermaid movie came out. The trailer. and everything.
Oh my god.
It was
That is
perfect.
funny.
Oh,
Grogu
yeah,
getting
this is
all the
hilarious.
fancy pure
I
best
love
car
this.
while the other kids get the $20 costume from Walmart. Yeah, man, you got a legit best car.
No,
that's
this is
a
Nathan.
Looks like Nathan.
Yeah.
What's that new Batman?
Yes,
From
the
Weta.
new what up? Yep.
He's trying
That's
to
a really
sell
good
that
looking
to
one
act
if you
like
were
Busta.
doing. Yeah, if you're doing movie pieces, I like that. That what up.
Both of them are checking out the bust. The Joker and the.
Yeah, that's funny.
He's got.
Oh, and this one just got announced. The PCS. What's her name again?
Instagram.
Lady
Bruce
Death.
McGee.
She looks like she looks like a hooker, man.
Gynecology girl.
Hate.
Gyno girl.
Fuck, hate.
I don't know. There's something a bit trashy about this.
Hate.
Hey,
They know their market.
I'm 100%. This gives me dots.
Hot blonde and pleather.
It looks good, but it's also trashy. I don't know.
Hate.
And she got Batman boots
you
on.
like her hair though?
Hate.
Yeah, she does.
No. Let's ignore the hate for a bit. You think the hair is a little bit doesn't look like it belongs to the face?
I agree with that. I don't like the.
Have you guys? What type of women do you guys? Do you like? You don't like
that hair looks like a
Let's
wig.
get to that. Let's get to the show.
Here we go.
We'll talk about.
Here we go.
There we go.
Here we go. Come on.
For continuation of that.
Hate. You guys know who this
Yo,
belongs
boxes.
I'm guessing it's. Unless you don't know, is it Phoenix?
Acme Studios.
Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah,
Storm Rider.
Oh, it says Phoenix.
Ooh,
right top.
Storm Riders.
This thing is a beast, man. I don't
Yeah,
think
it
it's
says
somebody
Chinese
yet.
anime like statue, whatever.
Mhm.
It's actually a Chinese movie.
Oh,
That's
The anime
Oh,
is
that
just
was a
fake.
comic.
Nobody really watches the anime, but the movie is top notch, pure entertainment.
oh wow, it's got like some
Phoenix
weird
will
like
kill me
hair
for
shit
saying
on
that.
it.
Yeah, but does that? You know what's worries about me? It looks like it could be a lot of breakages on this piece.
Well, I imagine that because he's got some weird like hair shit on there. I'm guessing it was covered in something, so it's to protect the hair.
Yo, these Storm Riders are no joke, though.
This is a
Look at that.
movie, anime, a movie.
Yeah, it's actually really it was a movie. What I first discovered it was a movie, and then Phoenix checked me. He was like, "That is trash. It's the anime I get this from because the anime is supposed to be really dope." But I love the movie because it was one of the first like import movies that I ever owned.
There's some really big bad overdubbed anime.
It's 2 boxes. It's like 2 crates. Wow, that's a big piece. Must be a
It's on
big
a pilot.
Sam, is it some bad
Let's
overdubbed
read it.
like Chinese like movie?
Look at that. That's
It was one of the first Chinese movies I seen with special effects. That's what it was. Before you could get Avengers.
But it has
before
English
you could
actors
put-
that are dubbing over Chinese people.
Pudgy.
Yes,
Did you see this?
Is it 100%? Or you could just read the subtitles.
He has the book on being schooled.
Ooh. It's got a peace sign with a bus.
Yo, we gotta start looking. Start looking at people's background. They may have some like.
That's their fault, man.
Is this Corsican?
Might find some rhetoric in the background.
Oh my god.
Yo, look at that. That's crazy.
Wonder Walton don't want us to see you.
Walter camera comes on, you see it all.
No, I'm just curious if that's like quarter scale. So if that like 'cause
That's a
how
nice
huge
dragon
that
though.
is.
That's a
Wow,
nice
look
dragon.
at the dragon.
That's hot.
Yeah, it's awesome looking.
Yo, you could put his head in that mouth.
Yeah, I don't think
No,
he has
he
some
like,
yet.
I didn't know he liked anime though. I didn't know he liked anime.
He
I love
likes what he
anime.
likes, man. He gets everything.
You see the eyes? Eyes is nice.
Yeah, looks dope.
That's sharp.
Much
So
better than
basically,
that
up until
Dragon
high
Ball
school,
Z
I was reading
dragon.
comics, and then after comics, I went into anime.
They just start. They just started shipping now recently.
I
I
don't
know
know,
we got
'cause
from
he-
Todd. I don't know, like if
Yeah.
Todd got it later, or if this is now just shipping for everybody.
Wow.
Oh, he didn't even wait for a Phoenix
Oh.
5-year plan for that. He just got
I
it.
know, right?
That's crazy.
This is
XM forgot to
XM.
take off the lens cap again.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting fired.
Well, this is clearly just a drawing.
You think so? I thought this was
No,
Yeah, I
no,
think they draw these.
that's a
that's a
that's a
statue.
silhouette
Yeah.
of the that's a
Yeah,
silhouette
that's
of the
probably.
statue.
Usually they draw them. They don't because like they don't actually show this. They don't take a picture of the real statue. But I mean, I could be wrong.
You're wrong, Walter.
Jesus.
Hey.
Do it, Walton. Do it. Yeah,
That's
but
like
we'll
my
see.
prime one more. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, the Prime One's great.
Better than the shadow? I hope so. 'Cause you don't even see.
No, the Prime One
I know, right?
Bane is amazing. It's a really good piece.
Our members of the
Sounds
League
good.
of Shadows.
I was raised in the darkness.
All right, you
It's
guys.
just
I wanted
huge.
To,
That's the problem with the Prime One Bane. It's like a small child.
I wanted to follow up on this thing. Oh, man, we didn't make it. Tonight.
Hey.
Let's just keep saying that till like we get to 100. Huh?
The legs alone on that Prime One weight.
Oh yeah. Two more, baby.
Yo,
Two more haters.
Archangel.
Let's go.
Archangel. Hate.
Oh, it went down to 96. Oh crap.
R2?
Okay.
Oh, they're going backwards.
I don't see
Nah,
Arc. What are you talking
We
about?
almost got there.
We,
No videos. It's all good. But yeah, man.
98, no videos. Much love.
Jarhead, man, great having you back. It's
Mhm.
you gotta join in next week too, man, if you can.
Yeah. So I was just busy with family.
We're family. What are you talking about?
What's your priorities, Jarhead? What's the matter with you?
You see that, Vinny?
Wait. Did you just say you were prioritizing family over statue? What's going on with
It
you?
does look
What
like
the
he's back
fuck?
home instead of on the road again.
Crazy, right?
Yo, Jarhead, did you tell that on? You sold your Mega Red already, or you still got it?
Nah, I still got it.
No. Somebody gonna
I was just trying to sell that to fund something else, but I took it down. I was like, I don't know if I really want to sell it now.
Are you back home, Jared?
Back home?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives in a
What do
Victorian
you mean?
hotel.
I'm in a hotel.
Oh, okay. It doesn't look like your standard hotel, so I wasn't sure.
Yo, is that a 7-Eleven cup you drinking out? What's your beverage of choice tonight?
It's Mickey D's.
Okay, Mickey D's.
Damn, that's a rich man.
Yeah. You have to show us out.
Statue
You can afford
priority.
Mickey D's and stuff.
Damn. You got some fries with that?
No, those fries are way too
$5
much.
fries.
That's too, yo.
This is water.
Water out of a McDonald's cup. Times are changing, man. We all struggling
but
out
they-
in
they
these
charge
streets,
you for
yo.
Should I be drinking like this?
Tom's is hard on the board.
Yes, pinky out.
If you bought it like that with water, they would have charged you for the cup.
Yeah, you're drinking
Yo.
like 55
Hard on
cents
the
now or
board.
something.
Is that a McCafe cup? Because that's next level. That's that platinum. That's like the J&D platinum part right there.
Yo, Jarhead's so rich he buys breakfast at McDonald's.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
Oh,
Yo,
you
gotta
yo.
Damn.
With
Gotta
the
get rid of
dome
it.
cap, too? With the dome cap?
Yeah.
You can fit whipped cream up to the tip with the cherry on top.
Yo.
That's where all your railroad money went.
McCafes.
Yeah, his car is probably gold plated, man.
It's at $5.
Yo. You probably drive a Honda Accord, dude. I ain't messing with you.
Yo,
I drive a
Nice.
lifted.
My
Dodge
Corolla,
98
baby,
truck.
represent.
1988 Honda Accord.
Mm-hmm.
The square ones.
Nope.
Yo.
Lifted Dodge Ram.
Hatchback Civic, son.
That suits you, sir. Very good.
Kia Sorento.
How about you, Crippler? You got anything coming along, or tomorrow's your
No,
big night,
man.
right?
Yeah, casual. You know how much I appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks for looking out and promoting the new show tomorrow. Tomorrow's oh my gosh, tomorrow's the day.
Yeah, don't forget.
Constructive outrage. Brother
Better be
President Rashid, Critical Mass, Shane the Dark Lord, and myself. Gonna have some fun. Try our hand at this show stuff. Hopefully we can entertain and you guys enjoy yourselves. But check it out. That's what I'll be messing with.
Even for the haters. Hate.
Yeah, haters are welcome. Almost everybody's welcome.
Dr. Hate.
Almost
Almost.
everybody.
Mr. Hate.
Dr. Hate Buck.
Hate.
Everybody's welcome. Yeah, no, thanks again. Jarhead, good seeing you talking. It's been a while, man. Buck's always a pleasure. Pudgy, and look, even Walton, the masked Walton's up in here. But yeah, can't
Dr.
wait to
Hate.
talk to you guys again. Dr. Hate.
Awesome.
I
How about you,
don't
Rashid?
I don't like
No, go ahead, Beck.
So I don't like you guys like trying to turn like Walton into the king of hate. That's Keesis right there, and like
And,
hate.
and I agree.
No, all of y'all are
The,
haters. We just saying.
I
the
mean, it's
community
the haters'
voted.
ball. The haters'
The
ball.
community voted Walton is the king.
We throw
It
another
was
poll up
rigged.
if
It
you
was
guys want.
rigged. Keesis is using bots. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man.
Using bots.
No.
I don't
The
know.
bots, the goggles, they do
The
nothing.
bots.
Hate.
How about you, Rashid? You got tomorrow's your
Um,
first show with Crippler, right?
yeah, right after work, so I'm gonna be tired, but I'm gonna be there, because I have to be on the show, because the haters want to see us crash, hate. But yeah, I got the my ATST coming, and I'm really trying to stop from buying old pieces, so I can just stay on top, and got that
I love
bat
me
wing.
a
What
nice
time?
old
Bat wing
piece.
What
coming
time
too.
did you guys say you're gonna do it now? 8:30 or 9?
9 p.m.
9
9
o'clock.
p.m.
9.
Eastern
Yeah,
Standard
so we
Time.
should have a lot of
Cool.
celebrity matches. I already had somebody hit me up and say, no, I ain't, don't put me in one of those matches.
Uh,
The same to
no
me, and I
fun.
said,
Listen, and
"You're
Crippler,
next."
don't forget to
it's gonna be
put
When I know you don't want to be on it.
yo,
No,
don't
I'm just
forget
kidding. Go ahead.
to get a shot of Walton. He has to be a part of that.
Yeah,
It's gonna be Walton against an Xbox logo.
I
Yeah.
know we can't fight with logos, man. And I respect Brother Walton too much to
Maybe
try
we'll
to
put
get a
Walton
screen
against
grab of him.
Archangel. See who has the most hate.
Respect my anonymity, please.
Yes, exactly. And then no, but yeah, hopefully we get Daniel on to go over his new J&D line tomorrow. So
awesome.
that'll be good.
All right,
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
forward
I've
to
seen
that,
some
man.
of it. It looks great.
Let's
By the way.
dice.
How about you, Buck? You got anything coming around, or?
I got the old Iron Spider Comic Cat coming in. Saw a really fantastic price on it, and I just decided I prefer it to the XM with that price, and I prefer it to the sideshow.
Oh, I got you.
Then I got a few more art prints. And
Yes,
if everything
Walton.
goes smoothly, I'm gonna get the best ever made licensed, like maybe let's not say best, but in the top one, out of one, top one.
Yeah,
Like
you think it's the best.
Venom statue from Sideshow.
Oh, you getting my boy Martin Kalani joint?
You mean the OG?
Yeah, I'm getting that. No, that new one, the new Canale Venom.
The one with the overspray all over it.
Oh, hate.
Hey, that's sideshow
I
love
don't
right
even-
there.
I don't even know if it means that I'm the hater anymore, or now you just hating on me.
Oh, yo,
Hate
that was
is
in
your-
some
hate is in
Inception
your
mind
blood.
gamer.
Hate is in your
Inception
blood.
hate.
No.
Yeah, that
Inception
was like,
hate.
yo.
Rashid,
Necessary
you either
hate.
die-
Necessary
you either die
hate.
a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yo, you watching your movies?
Yo,
I'm
Rashid,
proud
why
of
you got so much hate? Man.
Buck, you merely adopted the hate. Walton was born in it, molded by it.
Y'all, Hate Inc. over here. Hate Inc. is Buck, Walton,
Look at this.
Keesis, any
Hateception.
other members of Hate
shit.
Inc.
Rashid has been
Hateception.
initiated.
Hateception.
Rashid has been given the rank of the title of master. He's on the council.
Come on, so love.
Shit.
We're operating on a rule of two, so I'm gonna bow out to you, and Keesus can take the crown.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
As Hate
Oh,
Lord,
man.
Lord
You
of
calling me a
Hate.
Sith Lord? What's
Listen.
going on here?
You got a match tomorrow, Buck. That's all I can tell you, bro.
Whew.
Awesome. Well,
Why am I a
thanks
Sith
again.
Lord?
And Pudgy, how about you? You got anything coming along, or?
Nothing's changed. Everything. Making my payments on Prime One Green Lantern. Waiting on LBS Hulk. A few tweeter heads. Nothing's changed.
Awesome. And What do you guys call him? Mr. Hates, Mr.
He's Dr. Hate.
Dr. Hate.
Dr. Hate.
Yeah.
Dr.
Dr.
Hate. How about you, Walter? How's it
Brother
going, man?
Hate is Buck.
So apparently LBS Cyclops is shipping soon, so that's gonna be coming my way, and apparently
Live
so is E1 Joker on Throne, so that'll be coming my way.
The quarter scale Joker?
Oh fuck no! I said
Yeah,
Prime One.
you got to get rid of all your XMs really
Oh,
quick
you
to
talking
make
about the
room
one
for
that
that
goes with
stuff,
Punchline?
Walter.
Yeah, I didn't want the punchline though.
That punchline came out pretty good though.
It did, but I mean, well, I don't like her shawl. I don't like the mix of the mixed media and then the sculpted shawl.
I just don't like the character. Fake ass Harley Quinn.
And I
She
also don't
sculpted
like.
really
I
dope
also
though.
don't like the they tattooed on her titties.
Well, you guys, we are at, I don't think we've ever hit this mark. We're at 3 hours and a half.
Holy shit!
I
I'm
know,
putting in for
right?
overtime.
Oh man, yeah, we got overtime, baby. Casual pays good too. Like that's why I love doing casual show, because we definitely get a living wage here.
All right, man. So,
That was
He's like,
pretty fucking abrupt.
I can't pay no more. Shut it down.
I should end it with this. Hate. Nah, man, it's a great episode. It feels like 3 hours is like 20 minutes. I feel like we could keep going, but I gotta let people go so they could.
So
take a
much
nap.
We probably could. That's the sad part.
Yeah. I try to do something on Friday.
Go a while
Maybe.
longer.
We'll see. But yeah, man. Thanks everybody. John and everybody else. Big thank you to you guys, and 50 people still watching.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow on Constructive Outrage.
Yes. Let the hate flow through you.
Yeah. See you guys.
All right, be good.
Peace.